talking about Mercury is in retrograde. I don't even know what the fuck that means, but check this out.
Back it up, retrograde like Mercury. Do your little dance in them apple bottom jeans, but they out of season. If you got a man, why you text me on the weekend? Praying to the give me something to believe in. Play this for my fam, they gon' say that I need Jesus. Turn up with my demons, it's already too late, baby, by the time you read this. Poured up strong, this tequila got me in my feelings. Your butt in the head, like my name was Beatles. Blowing out the speakers, fuck a noise complaint, middle finger to police. Back it up, retrograde like Mercury. Do your little dance in them apple bottom jeans, but they out of season. If you got a man, why you text me on the week? Club too crowded, this shit weak.
You hungry?
Make the Uber drive through Mickey D's. 20 piece, please. Back to the crib. She throw it back like TBT. Legally Blonde on DVD. Then that brain was Ivy League. Come see me. Keegan Michael, she got the key. Trip expensive, love is free. She got the bag off PPP. Wanted sex, call it Sunny D. Not a joke, but it's tongue in cheek. Eggplant emoji next to the peach. Yeah, blah blah blah, you know what I mean. Back it up, retrograde like Mercury. Do your little dance in them apple bottom jeans, but they out of season. If you got a man, why you text me on the week?
Okay, but I still don't know what that means though. Like, can you break it down for me? Or like is the planet like spinning backwards, or like I'm just trying to understand it. Like that's just why you were being weird. It was the planets, or okay, fine.
Hello. We are back again. Round 3. Like Nunya, we were talking in private. She's like, you need the Mortal Kombat round 3. Man. I just say, when you don't lie, it's easy to find the things, right? Oh my goodness. Hey, Remy. Hey, everyone. Hey. Hey, Mal, Grandma Sherry. Good to see ya. Wow. Are we actually going to be... Yeah, we are. Because this isn't about crime sleuthing. So I think this will be a little bit easier. I haven't been around YouTube long. Surprised in the stop stories I hear. My dog died, blah, blah, blah. As a newbie, I appreciate that. Thank you, Idaho Charlie. Hey, Marg. Goodness gracious. Y'all listen to that BS over there? Anyone? Everyone, welcome to the Debunking Marathon. Join us as a sleuth with receipts. That's a novel fucking idea, isn't it? Receipts. Crazy. Has anyone known me to just throw something out and not have the proof of it? You can sit over there and say I've lied on you. Where have I lied on you? Name one lie I've told about you. Because I bet you I can debunk that. Hey, Tangeray. How's it going? No, I do not believe we are going to have crime sleuthing on here. Maybe a couple other crazy ladies, but not crime sleuthing. Nunya's got the whiteboard ready. She sure does. Hey, Ladybug Legs. Angel talks too fast. Loving these streams. I'm like, well, I wouldn't have gone live for a third time in a row. This is getting out of hand, but I'm back on Nana duty tomorrow morning, bright and early. So it's like, gotta handle this right away. Goodness gracious. Good thing she has 3 others that will entertain herself. Probably rock a bit. Probably. Ding, ding, ding. That's right. Thank you, Sky. What did Val say? Shambles. Apparently, I'm not allowed to say the word shamble. I wasn't sure about that one. Like, I just can't even say shambles? I'm not sure. Or you're not supposed to be here? I don't know. That part was really weird, that clip that was sent. I don't have one. Really do not. Like, I have a migraine right now, but alright. So I dropped the link for those, um, especially those that were talked about, because we are gonna talk about the fake Fed stuff and what one did and didn't say, and if there's anybody else that needs to hop up here, I don't know if Nunya and Jones wanted to. You do not have to, but I know Tracy and Jenny might have something to say halfway through round 2. Hey, AMAC. How's it going? Is that all you heard? Mm-mm-mm. I guess I'm just not supposed to say shambles. I'm not sure. There's a few creators when they say something, they produce receipts to back it up what they are saying. Such a novel idea. Hey, girls.
Hello, you're gonna have to tell me how these headphones are because they're new. They might be horrific.
Hello.
Oh, we can say shambles. Say my name, say my name. Okay, now I'm getting into the. All right, we're here. Like, I'm trying to keep myself awake because I am exhausted. Like
Oh,
I
can you
said,
hear me
this is
okay though, Deets?
yeah, I
You
can hear
sound
you fine.
great.
Can you hear us?
Oh, good. Yes, yeah, okay.
Okay, good, good. Yep, you sound really actually like the clearest I've heard you sound in a long time, besides when you're on your mic.
Oh, these are new ones. Okay.
Is
Jones
this a
in.
is this a dog pile?
Oh God, not another fucking dog pile.
Or on a panel? Is that a dog pile? I would just call that a daily occurrence at the hive. What the hell? Come on, you could not be serious with this. Did you guys see the fake Fed live title? I'm playing the piano.
The what? Fake Fed Live title?
I don't know. Where's that at? Eve?
Oh shit, I don't know.
All right, so just so we can hear that's real good. That's real good, or whatever.
Yeah. And I just want to say, I don't want to fight with anybody. And I didn't come to YouTube to fight with anybody. I came to tell the truth because I kept seeing a lot of junk.
Lot of junk.
But I mean, I saw some stuff, heard some things I had not heard before today.
Yeah.
Because I don't have time to listen all the time to things that aren't directly associated with the cases that I'm working on or my job or my husband. But
What?
that's what I have time for. That's what I try to make time for. So I don't. Yeah, and I'm disappointed.
To
I
say the
haven't even heard
least.
it all, so I'm sorry you guys are disappointed. I know. I've only heard a couple little clips, so some of this is going to be even new for me. But out of some of the clips that I did listen to, I can easily prove that I didn't lie when I said what I said. Alrighty, let's see here. I am told right at the beginning, starts out hot and heavy.
Crime Sleuth, and if you're listening, you're.
Oh, hang on, maybe I'm not up there back far enough.
This. We've been talking about Saturday shenanigans for like the last, I don't know, probably 3 years I've been on here. So what we're not gonna do, Deets, is start using my fucking titles and trying to, take my.
I didn't realize that Saturday Shenanigans was owned by Queen Bee or the Hive. I will definitely make sure that I put in a request for that next time. It just flows. It's called literation. I did Friday Funhouse. So Saturday something. I can do Saturday shit show. Like, it's not taking it from you. That ownership is a bizarre thing. Very bizarre thing. But
It's Saturday today, right?
I think we're still
That's
on
the day?
Saturday. Yes.
Okay.
I don't even know.
Right. I didn't know. Okay. Let's see here. That wasn't the point of that, but let's see.
Take my shit when you don't like me like that and you don't want to be my friend. You don't need to be taking my fucking titles and my names like them trying to steal Shambles. We got Shambles in the divorce. I'm gonna need you to change your fucking name and stop using my fucking titles, okay? First and foremost. Secondly,
See, I don't understand that. I don't know what that means. Like, is she supposed to get Shambles back, or is Shambles supposed to change her name? I don't know, but that part was bizarre to me that I don't understand.
listen, y'all. Listen, I fucking cannot anymore. Look, we got this panel going on, and I don't like Crime Sleuthing. I haven't liked her. Bangs is what we got, aka Bangs, Crime Sleuthing Bangs. But what they're doing, this dogpiling bullshit, is fucking foul as hell. That's some bullying ass bullshit to me. Having fucking 9 people, including the Glares, fucking sounding like he was drunk as hell up there, talking shit to her nonstop. No, hell no. That's fucked up.
So where does she get into the fake Fed stuff? Because right here, she's going to go on for the bit about not knowing anything at all about what we discussed over the last 2 days. So I don't need to rehash that because thankfully people came in and told her what was up. But I'm told right here at the beginning she gets into the fake Fed stuff, or am I wrong?
I
You
think
I don't know.
I just heard what Whistledown was saying, but
Okay.
Give me a second.
supposedly Melissa done put out fake messages saying they were from Steve. I mean, what the fuck is really going on here?
Miss Melissa did not put out fake messages. Maybe if you're going to talk about something, do a little bit of research into it.
What the fuck is really going on right now?
Because that can truly damage Melissa Jade's reputation as a content creator. So that's crappy to do.
Deets, we need to hear about Stacey Slay, the fake Fed.
There it is. Okay. I have the later timestamp. This is what. Remember this, because the clip that I get that comes from later in this stream. But just remember this little part right here at the beginning. You guys saw that.
Supposedly Melissa done put out fake messages saying they were from Steve. I mean, what the fuck is really going on here? What the fuck is really going on right now?
What is indeed?
Deets, we need to hear about Stacey Slay, the fake Fed. That's what I'm more worried about. I mean, shit.
So when someone says something like that, that's what I'm more worried about. It implies that you have a knowledge of it. But from what I have learned about you over the last year, you have no fucking clue what you're talking about right now, but you're just throwing it out there. You're throwing it out at the wall and seeing what'll stick. And that's what you continually do to multiple people over and over. It's ridiculous. It's transparent. People see right through it.
I don't know what the fuck's really going on, but this is crazy as hell to me. Like, this is crazy as hell to me. We got fucking fake text messages coming from one of the fucking murder victims' fathers from supposedly somebody on YouTube, which I don't think Melissa would do that. But I mean, fuck, I've seen people do crazy shit before, so I have no idea.
See what you did right there? Thank God people came up and corrected you. Because it's the little pebbles in the pond, the little nuggets, the little bullshit that you throw out like that harms people. All you had to do, okay, my stream from yesterday's down, granted. Listen to a little bit of today's. Those clips that people send you, and I'm sure people did send you clips. But when something gets sent to me, you know what you do? You listen to a little bit before it and a little bit after so you can get the full context. Because otherwise, you just sound ridiculous.
I haven't had a chance to watch all of it either, so I could be wrong. Maybe I am wrong. Maybe
You
she
are.
didn't. But from what I'm understanding from the little bit I did see, that was what one of the accusations was. That Melissa Jade put out text messages from Steve Gonclaves or whatever, which they were made up. They weren't his.
Gonsalves. He is the father of a brutally murdered college-age student. I know you covered Idaho 4 several times. I know you know his name. Come on.
They were fake. So, I mean, I'm from my understanding, that's what's going on. That's one of the stories. Crime Sleuthing, if you're listening, you're welcome to come up here. I know we don't get along, but what's going on is some bullshit.
Oh, but what's going on is some bullshit. No, it wasn't. And thank goodness people came in and corrected you. Wow. Wow. Okay. That's all she says there, but let me go. Hang on, I gotta find what was sent to me for the later one. Everyone, thank you. Yes, Sofa King, I saw that. I didn't think you were drunk last night either. Everyone, that is that what is pissing her off so much? Truly, just the fact that people that don't like each other can get along, that can remain calm and have a conversation. She's like, 9 people on a panel, that's dogpiling. Hello? Is this thing on? Like, are you kidding me?
I don't know. I didn't feel like there was any dogpiling or bullying or any of that going
There
on.
wasn't. And thank you, Voices, for being honest about what had happened and what was said. I do appreciate that. Like 1:30. I'm looking for. It's before Whistle Down came on. There we go.
For it, but this is what I've heard, and that's why I've not like covered.
It's before this.
This is what I've heard.
Yeah,
That's always a good sign, right?
Mm-hmm.
Slay, aka Deets, is in punch.
Are you fake?
Hang on. I gotta get to the beginning of this part.
What?
Talk about the Hunter situation.
Oh, here we go.
I'm being accused of being a fake federal agent right now. Come on, are you kidding me?
Oh no, we're not back on the fake Fed.
Oh yeah. Apparently, according to Benny, Deets is the fake Fed, but get this, Queen Bee used him to come up and talk about the Hunter situation, and she promised him my information. His words. I could load the clip. That's what he said.
What?
All of this to prove that I'm a fake federal agent. Y'all are, but no, I don't have anybody coming at me after I was being.
What the fuck is that?
It's what I just.
I stepped out of the room for a moment.
It's what I just.
First, did she not sound like she was telling some big ass fucking juicy ass secret, bitch?
Did I sound like I was telling a secret there? Anyone? Did I sound like I was telling a secret?
No.
I'm speaking on what Benny said, and I even said, according to what he said, his words, not mine. I don't know why they hate you so much. The bond, you want to talk about some hate bonding? That is insane. Did we get the feedback from last night? Yeah, lots of it. Okay. Should I play the clips now or play a little bit further? You guys.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm all, you know.
Yeah, I know. You're Jenny's here till the next. Yeah. Let me play just a little bit further.
Bitch, first of all, I never fucking said you were a fake Fed at all. Never heard that. Benny's.
Oh, this is what I want. Well, this goes together. Then I'll play them both.
Fucking juicy ass secret, bitch. First of all, I never fucking said you were a fake Fed at all. Never heard that. Benny's never asked me for your information ever.
Accused of being a fake federal agent right now. Come
Listen, it's a whole ass lie.
Oh, that's a whole lie.
Big whopper.
Apparently, according to Benny, Deets is the fake Fed, but get this, Queen Bee used him to come up and talk about the Hunter situation.
Talking about I used Benny to talk about a Hunter situation. What in the fuck are you smoking, bitch? What the fuck?
And she promised.
What?
I don't understand. Do people not understand that?
This is coming from the same woman where just a few short months ago knew that she could take my word as what it is. But that's fine. I'm happy to show the proof too. But the audacity to act like you know I'm not lying came out of your mouth. I got that clip. And what I'm saying right here that you're playing, I didn't say you had said that portion that I'm playing. I said according to Benny. Now, I have no proof or anything of this, like asking for information in the background, but I will play his words in just a second.
Oh, Allie's son, Hunter.
His words. I could load the clip. That's what he said. All of this to prove that I'm a fake federal agent. Y'all are, but no,
What would Hunter have to do with her being a fake Fed?
Yeah, I thought that was a separate situation. I remember
some kind of like exchange. Like if I'll like
Thank
give
you,
you
Ellie.
Hunter and we'll give you like Stacey Slay, aka Deets' information or something.
Deets' information been out there. I knew Deets' information during Quentin Simon's fucking case when she messaged fucking BJ off her TikTok with her real fucking shit. So I've already known who she was. I've known who Deets was well before.
Yes, you have. My information wasn't offered to. Sometimes I just feel like you're banging your head against the wall with some of these people. It's not you looking for my information. It is him wanting something from you. I stated that crystal clear.
Benny has never asked me for her information, and he's never tried to give me her information. What the fuck?
Why
Where did that story come from? That is a weird story.
I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked, Ellie. So this was on Benny's live from the other day. I have no clue. It's no longer there. Thank you to the friend who clipped it, because it is no longer there.
Lady comes out of you. Shit. So, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna finish up this Jones, and I'm gonna for real let it play all the way through to the next egregious thing.
Yes, and I think it was TM.
Okay, that was as far as I could go. Her sneaky test is try to fart while she's online without shitting down in her ankle socks.
What the? He went after Johnson?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She was upset at Queen.
Yeah, yeah.
Why?
I don't know why he went after Johnson.
Okay, I'm not even gonna ask why because it doesn't matter.
Because she felt Queen could have messaged her.
And I bet your mama used to slap your lip fat, little mama, big mama. I mean, for all this goddamn tattletaling you doing. You just tattletaling like a bitch, but you can't even get it right. You just fucking destroying it. You're mutilating it.
Instead of going live, but then when I listened to Queen, she didn't really say anything out of the way about Tiffany. But
so why don't you just gossip like a pink lady, in hopes that maybe you could change Queen's mind? Looking ass. I mean, you couldn't.
I think he was missing the point here, but she was kind of actually standing up for Queen in that instance, saying she didn't say anything out of line about Tiffany, but okay.
Change Tiffany's, but maybe you could change Queen's. I don't know that much about her.
Anyways, Tiffany Marie was dragging Queen, and I think SoFlo and AMAC.
I do know that Queen was supposed to hand over some fucking information about Deets that never happened. Ooh. And I invested many, many hours of my life in order to try to enrich the whole exchange. That's why I don't go over there anymore. Like, you're not going to use me up on your panel 6-8 hours over a couple of days and then not give me what you said you wanted to give me. So yeah, I don't wish no wrong on her. I ain't saying nothing bad about her, but
you got used and
I ain't fucking around with that shit.
Oh, let's hear that again. Boy.
I've been talking this whole time, but I forgot I was on a Discord call.
Way to go, Joe. She did. She's already had her Saturday treat.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny Blackhawk. How are you, hun?
Hey, ladies.
I'm good. How's everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Man, I heard that was a fiasco last night with sleuthing.
It was.
Bruh.
It was something else, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, what I want to say about that is, people have been talking about that for a while.
Mhm. Absolutely, they have. It's been all over. Like, I know there's streams of J-Rod had done on it. Others have talked about it. It's not new information. That's true.
I don't understand why social media is the way it is. Are we all not on here for one common goal to make the world a better place? Or are we on here just to belittle and tear each other apart? I don't get it.
It's a
I
great
don't
question.
get it.
It's a valid question.
I don't get it. We're all doing the same cases. We're all doing the same work. We all need to put our minds together and become a community.
But
And not
we're not all doing the same work, and that's the problem.
Well, I mean, you got people that speculate. You got people that go off the case and they try to do stuff on their own, and then at that point, then they get a lot of backlash. You know how it goes.
I'd
Yeah.
say it's facts
Yeah.
versus misinformation at this
Yeah,
point. That's
A
what this
lot of
community is.
misinformation.
right. And that money was promised to my daughter like months and months and months ago.
Oh, it was your daughter?
Yeah, that's my
Yes,
stepdaughter.
this is Johnny Blackhawk was the
Oh shit, Johnny! I didn't know it
daddy
was your daughter.
of the
Oh,
victim we raised him for. Yep. Oh, you're breaking up, Johnny.
That was my stepdaughter that they were talking about.
Well, hopefully we were able to alleviate some of that
Oh,
stress.
you know what? I am in extreme gratitude for. I wasn't expecting nothing out of this. The only thing I wanted to do was get her trauma counseling because my local law enforcement, I love them to death, but they always go the cheapest route when it comes to and counts. It's state funded. You know what I mean? They do what they, but they don't do enough. You understand? I mean, we pay all this money for our law enforcement, and they don't do enough for our people.
Hard.
Gotta agree
It's a
with
tough
that.
situation, but hopefully with Tia's help and LFT's help, you guys can, get on the right
Yeah,
track.
well, I'm still on that case. I'm not going to stop until that killer's caught. I'm
Good.
sorry. I mean, he's in my backyard, and we've got a big population of Hispanic people here. There's a lot of construction going on around Hartford County, houses, commercial buildings. I think local law enforcement needs to look into this, because right around that trail, there's homeless encampments, there's all kinds of stuff, that they haven't even delved into yet.
And that's in so many parts of the country. So many parts of the country
Yeah,
right now.
well, look at all your national parks and your trails. Look how messed up they are. Look how many people are getting abducted, raped, and murdered in on these trails.
Yeah.
It's pathetic.
It is. Truly.
You know, and I think as good people on YouTube, we all have to put our minds together and stop with all this bickering. It's not going to be good for the true crime community at all. Once so much stuff takes place, they're going to want to go against community standards. They're going to want to do this and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But here's the thing: you still have to stand up for yourself. You can't let people sit there on you over and over, try to railroad you, bully you into things, etc. There just comes a point where even the most patient individual or even the strongest person out there just gets sick and tired of the lies and the poking, and it has to be addressed. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, exactly right. I always say that 2024 is the year of accountability. We need to start holding these people accountable for their actions in society. Because if we don't, what's going to happen is that all these bad people are going to run over the American society. And American society isn't going to be American society anymore. Because everybody's going to want to isolate. Everybody's going to want to stay to their family, stay to themselves. You know?
Yeah, that's very
And
true.
it's not going to be, we're not headed for a good place. We are all a big human family. And we need to start acting like it. You know, when I see these feeds where people are, you know, trying to discredit other people, who cares? What are you, jealous of that other person? Stop with that.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know,
Why the continual lies when you, I got
you know,
you. I agree.
I see this all the time where people are like, "Oh, you look like a drug addict. Go smoke some meth." You know, I've seen that on YouTube so many times. You know, it's like, stop with that. That is a disease. Those people cannot help the way they are. You know, but when you go judging a book by its cover, man, that's the difference between somebody living another day and somebody committing suicide. You know, if they're not with that schedule or that regimen, you know, kind of hurts their feelings because they're doing everything they can to be a good person, you know, and just because of their past or by the way they look, you know, other people condemn them, you know.
They write them off way too quickly. That's a fact.
Yeah, that's what happened with this case with Rachel. I was a murder suspect, you know, because the police had been out there for 14 to 16 hours. I go there for 70 minutes and we locate her. You know, it's like, what were you guys doing? Were you guys just having a powwow to be able to get funding for the different law enforcement agencies, or were you guys actually out there looking for her? That's the question I have. You know, granted, our county police are not really built to handle that kind of situation. You know, more the inner city police than the county police would be more well equipped to take on a case like that. You know, and that's what they should have did from the jump. As soon as they located her, they should have had the FBI come in and do the crime scene cleanup and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they didn't. I mean, and they were ignoring tips. They were ignoring stuff that we were finding along the trail. You know, it was crazy.
Well, hopefully they just need more training, better training.
I see this with this Michael Vaughn case. This Michael Vaughn case is getting way out of control.
Well, see, I don't know if it's the cases that are getting out of control or the rhetoric online, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It becomes a double-edged sword. But I do, Johnny, I do want you to send your stepdaughter our love. You can barely hear me. Send her our love and let us know, you know, keep us updated. We're going to get back to this if you're good. If there was anything else you wanted to say.
Well, I just wanted to come on and say my piece because, I mean,
I appreciate
you know, this has gotten way out of control with everything that's been going on, you know?
Yeah, it has.
You know, and I just want to let everybody know that since then, my daughter has stopped drinking. She is not pregnant. She's going the right way.
That's so
I think this was a good thing for her. Not the incident per se, but how it changed her life.
That's good. That's good. And I hope she's able to use that, you know, get into the counseling and work through everything that she needs to work through before that baby gets here and give baby the best possible start. The best.
That's all me and her mother want for her right now.
Good. Thank you.
That's all we're mainly focused on is that baby coming in.
Well, you keep us updated on that, okay?
Yeah, I will. You guys have a blessed evening.
Thanks for
Thank
coming
you,
up.
Johnny.
It's
We
nice to
Thank
meet
you guys
appreciate it.
for letting me come up.
Oh, you broke
Bye.
up. Bye, Johnny.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you in chat. That
Might
is
want to
awesome.
recap.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go over. I'm going to play this again one more time. So where did I get it? Where did I get what I said? Even though I plainly said that it came out of Benny's mouth. Here's where it comes from.
And I've seen Solo and AMAC.
I do know that Queen was supposed to hand over some fucking information about deets that never happened.
So it wasn't Benny handing information to you. You were supposed to hand over information to him about me. What information was that? And I'm asking both y'all this. What information?
And I invested many, many hours of my life in order to try to enrich the whole exchange. That's why I don't go over there anymore.
Oh, so he doesn't hang out there anymore because he tried to enrich the exchange. He still didn't get the information.
You
What do you
got
want to know,
used
Benny?
and
I'll tell you
abused, man.
Dude, I'll tell you everything you need to know about me. Come on down. Take the link. Any question you have, I can answer it.
Like, you're not going to use me up on your panel 6-8 hours over a couple of days and then not give me what you said you wanted to give me.
So the reason I said Hunter stream is because according to the person who sent this clip, that's what he was over there doing. Am I wrong? Was Benny over on Queens doing anything else besides covering the Hunter situation? It's a possibility, but from what I heard, it was just the Hunter situation.
I didn't see it, so I have no idea.
Mm-hmm. Why does he need info? We're going to get to that. Be real on why he needs info on me.
Mm-hmm.
She's lying on Queen Bee's. I don't care, Lindsay. Let her. How her message is, we proved. And see, here's the thing. Is she'll host a panel and listen to someone and say, oh, and that is her level of debunking, and that is fine. If that's the type of misinformation and spread of inaccuracy that you want to be a part of, go be a part of that. And I'm not saying that to you, Lindsay. I'm saying general you here. If that's the type of atmosphere you want to be around, people are more than welcome to do it. But you will quickly realize that is spreading misinformation and lies. We clearly debunked all of that last night. And not just me. That's not like, oh, you need to take Dietz's word. That was me, Gavel, Melissa Jade, Sleuthy Goosey, Shay Benet. Who else is up here?
Tia.
Criminality.
LFT.
Yeah. LFT. Tia.
Nanya.
Nanya.
Claire.
Yeah. You want to know that I was talking with the girls earlier. There was only one person on my panel last night that was not a creator, and that was Shay Benet. And I mean, she's just a super mod, super amazing chick, and she should be a creator as much as she helps out in the true crime realm. But the fact that all of those channels and creators came together, and I guess Sleuthy doesn't have a YouTube channel, but she's very active on social media. And we're able to suss all of that stuff out and debunk it. That's the difference. We're not the same.
I don't wish no wrong on her. I ain't saying nothing bad about her, but nah, man, I ain't fucking around with that shit.
Join members. And I was
Well, I forgot what the other part was. Right. Oh, she's never said it.
Like exchange. Like if you, I'll.
I used Benny to talk about a Hunter situation. What in the fuck are you smoking, bitch? What the fuck?
And she
Oh, Allie's son Hunter.
his words. I could load the clip. That's why he said it. all of this to prove that I'm a fake federal agent. Y'all are, but no,
What would Hunter have to do with her being a fake Fed?
Yeah, I thought that was a separate situation. I
There's some
remember.
kind of like exchange, like if I'll like give you Hunter and I will give you like Stacey Slay, aka Deets' information.
There you go, Ellie.
Deets' information out there. I knew Deets' information during Quentin Simon's fucking case when she messaged fucking BJ off her TikTok with her real fucking shit. So I've already known who she was. I've known who Deets was well before. And he has never asked me for her information, and he's never tried to give me her information. What the fuck? That is
Where
so
did story
weird
come from? That is a weird story.
Right, and she says it like she's telling some fucking secret or something.
I did not say it.
All right,
like
all right,
telling
Deets, don't do a crime sleuth and don't make up shit now and just start saying stuff.
I remember there being like a 14-hour call and.
Okay, wait. Oh, so I didn't go back far enough, but you guys heard the part earlier where she said that she never said I was a fake Fed, right? She never mentioned anything about that.
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay. Let me see here. Let me go. Oh, wait, wrong channel. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I gotta look at what live that was from. Jonesin, aka, I'm not gonna say that name. There it is. Timestamp.
Like, it's so hateful over there.
No, bitch, you're hateful. You're toxic as fuck. You don't even realize how fucking nasty you are. You're a nasty motherfucker, Joneson.
If it's not me, they're bullying. It's Deets. If it's not Deets,
oh my god,
it's none. It's not none. It's somebody else.
Are you fucking serious? She really just said.
We don't even talk about those people. They're the ones that left here. Deets said she left because she left. No, and that
Deets
she
said
didn't.
she left because of Benny and Tiffany. And first she tried to play it off.
First of all, that's not what I said. I said there was a lot of people giving me a lot of shit, them included, absolutely. And a lot of what I would consider their trolls, but a lot of things were going on at that time. And it was just a whole mess. And then I was shocked to find out the truth. And I could lay that out someday, not the twisted accountability version that Queen ended up giving. But when I found out that I had been lied to, and what I suspected was indeed a fact with the receipts, and then you send those receipts to Joneson to clear your name, and it makes you look even worse, and it just shows even more so that you had done what you had done. I was like, nah, I just need a break from all this because this is not an income for me. Actually, it's kind of funny. I just did my freaking, this is side note, just did my freaking taxes. I spent $400 more on my channel than the channel even brought in last year. But I am aware that it is for some. And a lot of the people at the Hive were coming over here. One of the last streams I did was talking about a situation that I didn't even think had much to do with her. Thought it was a misunderstanding, but just me talking about Bullhorn Betty and Bash and Emmy. There were so many people coming in here just, claiming that I was going to harbor a lawsuit. And that was just a tiny example over and over and over of these, what do you call them, Joneson? Hyenas. just going in on and on and on about things like, how was I going to harm something that the chaos that she caused? It was so confusing. And it's just like, you know what? I'd rather focus on my daughter. And it ended up being perfect timing because we found out the next day she had preeclampsia and we were hella busy. Not not at all what you're trying to depict here. Not at all.
Deets, I think to add to this specific topic, Benny made a post just a little while ago.
Okay. Do you want me to look at it now or play the part where she says that I'm or you want me to play you want me to play or go look at that?
I would go look at that since you're on this particular topic, and then you can move on.
Okay, let me see here.
This is directly about what you're talking about.
What's his name? Is it Benny Keith?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad somebody was looking because I wouldn't have seen it.
All right, so here we
Thank
go.
you.
Says Queen Bee, say nah. Joneson, will you read this? Can you read that? Or somebody else read it? Not good.
Yeah.
Say nah, yeah. Okay, you got it. Go ahead, Jenny. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna screw this up. It'll sound horrible.
It says, Queen Bee, say nah, yeah, beh, beh. Oh, got it. Never mind. Get a hold of me if you're
Oh,
wondering
wow. Y'all are
about.
horrible at this. Sheesh.
That's why I asked someone.
Do it, Tracy.
That's why
Jesus Christ.
I called out Joneson.
Lord God. Let me go see, Benny. All
Is
right.
right.
Queen Bee, say, nah, yeah, bitch, get a hold of me. If you're wondering about anything, you know what I'm talking about. Do not yank my Jeter behind these pink ladies. You must be hard up for stories. Hit me up at benlindsay94 Gmail or keep me out your mouth. If said I had a deal with you, show me. You woke me with me and TM privately, and you promised us you were going to give us all the deets info. You know, TM's good, all the texts. Miss me with that, baby. I'm on the phone with her now. Don't play with me. Email me or shut the fuck up. Tracy, you're nasty. Deets, you're slow. Fizzle, you're still fake. I don't know why I'm nasty. I ain't even said nothing about Benny's ass, but either way.
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. Goodness gracious, these people. Here we go.
Off like it was me because I called her a fucking dick rider and said she had a whiny voice. Well, you know what? Get some thicker skin, bitch.
Yeah, that's the
Says the bitch that was
and that wasn't the
upset.
reason.
Never mind.
What?
Says the bitch that was upset at the Jerks for their parody. Like, come on, man.
That's true. That's true. Or went on, what was it, striking sprees lately? Come on. Heaven forbid anyone around here show their feelings and emotions that it fucking hurt finding out that someone that, I mean, I'm not going to say, yeah, Queen and I weren't like super tight friends or anything like that, but you know, it's someone that you talk to and you associate with. It hurts to find out that shit, but heaven forbid you show any emotion around you. You're just a
You
crybaby
better
bitch.
not. You better
Dang.
not.
Well, you're just one tough bitch, aren't you, for calling out everybody else's feelings? Come on. Wow. Oh, yeah, she did. She talked a lot about my voice. Yep. I have a whiny baby voice, which is fine. I don't like my voice anyway. But yeah, I don't know why we're pink either, country. I don't know. I have a pretty nice tan from last week still, so.
I'm translucent. So,
Me too, Jason.
shit. I couldn't catch a tan if I tried.
All right. Let's hear this.
Wasn't the reason. It was fucking supposedly Benny and Tiffany and the shit they found out with Mama Steph and her name used to be Mama Steph and then the fake fucking Fed that
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Supposedly she was this fake Fed account and all kinds of shit. It was fucking
that
ridiculous.
rumor. Fascinating.
Wait, what was that?
What?
I've never said that she supposedly. I've never said anything about her being a fake Fed. We just heard that on today's live from her. What was this? Hang on. I'm slow, according to Benny, so I gotta hear this again.
Hey, it ain't.
We don't even talk about those people. They're the ones that left here Deet said she left because she left. No, and that
Deet
she
said
didn't
she left because of Benny and Tiffany. And first she tried to play it off like it was me because I called her a fucking dick writer and said she had a whiny voice. Well, you know what? Get some thicker skin, bitch.
Yeah, that's the reason, you know, and that wasn't the reason. She
So
lost
glad
what's
you're
going
Wasn't the
on.
reason.
co-signing this,
It was
Ellie.
fucking supposedly Benny and Tiffany and the shit they found out with Mama Steph and
Yeah.
her name used to be Mama Steph and then the fake fucking Fed that
Oh yeah.
yeah. Supposedly she was this fake Fed account and all kinds of shit. It was fucking
Heard that
ridiculous.
rumor.
But she's never said that, y'all. That's never came out of her mouth.
Man,
Not once.
Ellie's saying exactly what I'm thinking.
Who
Oh,
is?
yeah.
Oh,
Ellie?
yeah.
No
And heaven
way.
forbid you be, have acquaintanceships or, YouTube relationships with people because you just be riding their dicks if that's what you are. If you don't have problems with the people that they have problems with, then that means you're riding their dick. Come on.
She's a dick rider.
That sounds weak. That sounds weak. Thank you, Hope.
Good night, Truth Seeker.
So, even though that is clearly came out of her mouth, where that stems from is I guess we're gonna have to go way back. The Mama Steph part is my original YouTube name. I have said it many times on here. You can go back to one of my first live streams and hear this story. When I came to YouTube, I did not come to YouTube as Deets on the Streets. I don't know how many creators came to YouTube as their original account.
Why is that weird? Like
I
I
don't
was
know.
involuntary polymath was my
Yeah.
name. Because I was just in chats or I wasn't even in chats most of the time. But that's a descriptive name for me. But that and it's still an account. I didn't shut it down. But the channel is different. It's just a different thing. I've always said my name. You've said your name. I don't understand what the issue is here. I really don't. I've heard two of the people that have been discussed recently. Not, I don't know if one of them's been on here tonight, whatever. But say involuntary polymath, and then make some accusation like I was doing something back in. I know I wasn't because I don't do things like that. Number one, and number two, I'm not. I was in a chat. How could I be part of a marathon? How could I be out in the back doing X, Y, and Z? Pull up whatever you want from that account.
Yep. I agree.
I didn't even have discussions with people on that account very often. I mean, it was very basic. So
Well,
go
that's
ahead.
why I've been very adamant. I've always been crystal clear and transparent about that. I did not come here as Deets on the Streets. I found YouTube and my original screen name was Mama Steph. And it's not deleted. It's not hidden, nothing like that. You can go pull up the streams that I was in at that time. I could probably pull up some of Gavel Geeks right now and you could see my screen name.
Oh, absolutely. I think you were the first person to send me a super chat when I was monetized, and that's up on my thing. You never hit it.
No, I
And
even went
we were
on
friends back
Gavel
then.
Geeks panel as
Sure
Mama
did.
Steph. Guess what?
Sure
Same
did.
voice. Same voice. So,
Not an
and
issue.
you can see my picture. My avatar on Mama Steph is a picture of me and Luke. You guys just saw him last night. So, same thing. Same thing. But
It's intimidation. It's an attempt to intimidate by getting information about your family and putting it out and all this kind of stuff. If I were on here talking about my family and lying about my family, go for it. But if I'm not, which I don't, why do you care about that? Why are you trying to? Why would anybody? Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's clearly what it is, and they're proud of wanting that information for that reason. They have no problem saying that they wanted that information.
I did country, but it's spelled like this for those that are wanting to find it. This is how I spell mama. But yeah, it's on Ziggy's channel. Ziggy has my information. I don't believe she's ever given it out, but there, if you want to go get it from her, Benny, you could try her. But I'm happy to tell you
She ain't giving
because there's
nothing.
there is nothing about my life that is scandalous. Well, I mean, there is the fact that, my father-in-law murdered my mother-in-law and then, took his own life. That's scandalous if you want to look at that.
But what does that matter? Just
I'm a
like with
teen
Tracy, they
parent.
were
I
trying.
was a teen parent, but guess what? Got married, still married almost 24 years later. I mean, there's just nothing scandalous at all in my life. I have no record. I have one speeding ticket, one.
Yeah, but what
And
is it we always say, Deeds? They want to make everyone like them.
yes, and if there's nothing horrible and wretched about you, if
They'll
there's
make it up.
nothing
They
shady
make it
and
up.
sneaky happening, they just manufacture it. Sure as
Mhm.
hell do.
Well,
And
look what they
that
did
is
to
what
Tracy.
happened here. Yeah.
Look what they did to Tracy.
So let
Spun that
me
shit all
finish.
around upside down.
Yeah.
And there was
Let
nothing
me
there.
finish this little part here because I
Sorry.
know Tracy and Gavel really want to get into this life stuff. So I want to explain crystal clear how this came about. A few months ago, someone, probably the other Tiffany, not Marie, but my ex-partner Tiffany Cherie, who helped with the channel in the beginning. I'm guessing it came from her, maybe someone else. But Benny found out that Deets used to be Mama Steph. Maybe you listened to a stream. So then he started to make these community posts, several of them, telling me to show
Mhm.
my face. I had already showed my face like 4 times at that point. So it's like, dude, go back and look at some videos. And then some other stuff. So it's like he had this like secret about me that he just needed to expose. And then I started getting some of the emails, which is that they think I am Stacy Slay. But y'all see my face. I'm clearly not. And then that
No,
leads into who is Stacy Slay, and I know that Jenny and Chasing are a lot better at explaining that. And I'm pretty good and I can help Tracy with that portion too, but I don't know why you would continue to throw out the things that we just heard over here.
Mhm.
Name used to be Mama Steph, and then the fake fucking Fed that she
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
Supposedly she was this fake Fed account and all kinds of shit. It was fucking
Heard that
ridiculous.
rumor.
And then at the very beginning of your live here, you're throwing it out like it's something that you have some you want to talk
Fuck,
about
at one point
secret.
there was like 9 of them up there. Going hard as fuck on her ass. Like, what the hell y'all doing? And supposedly Melissa done put out fake messages saying they were going first and foremost. Secondly, listen, y'all. Listen, I fucking cannot anymore. Look, we got this panel going on, and I don't like crime sleuthing. I haven't stop trying to either. What is happening? Look, about Saturday shenanigans for like the last, I don't know, start using my fucking titles and trying to be taking my fucking titles and my names like them trying to steal Shambles. We got Shambles in the divorce. I'm gonna need you to change your fucking name and stop
No,
using
ma'am.
my fucking titles, okay?
No, ma'am.
First and foremost.
Not happening.
Secondly, listen, y'all. Listen, I fucking cannot anymore. Look, we got this panel going on. This crime sleuthing banks. That's some bullying ass bullshit to me. Having fuck.
You know what I've never done? I've never called crime sleuth and bangs.
Ooh, I
But
do.
okay. I know a lot of people do, but I've never done that. But you're gonna accuse me of
Me
bullying. Okay.
either.
Fucking
It's
9
rude.
people, including the. No, hell no. That's fucked up. Yeah, they were just going and going and going. Fuck, at one point there was like 9. What the hell? Melissa done put out fake mess. What the fuck is really going on right now? Deets, we need to hear about Stacy Slay, the fake Fed. That's what I'm more worried about.
See? And later you're going to accuse me of acting like I have a secret. What's that? What is that right there? And this right here. That is you throwing out shit you have no clue about. You have not even the tiniest of idea of what is going on. Yeah, it's the fake vet in the summer case. Yep. All right. This has been explained multiple times, debunked multiple times, and then I know it's even been explained on Queen's panel. But Tracy, Jenny, do you want me to play what she said tonight, or do you just want to talk about the situation? However you want to do it.
Oh, about what Whistledown said?
With yep. Because there
Yeah,
are
you
some
can say what
accusations
she
made in here,
said.
even about me, that are inaccurate. So
Yeah,
yeah.
this was confusing. I don't even know how
Okay.
this here connects
Just
to the fake Fed, so it was very
yeah.
confusing to me.
And
Yep.
just know that while you're listening is I heard. I don't know,
Mhm.
but it's out there and there were people agreeing with it. It happened
Yep.
because I heard the same thing
Mhm.
in the chat. It's because it just keeps coming up. Well, it keeps coming up because people keep saying that it's a thing and it's not.
Yeah.
And that all stemmed from Jody Sue Brown.
Mhm. And then it just
Once
keeps
again,
being perpetuated by people who don't know what they're talking about, and they just keep throwing it out because what this truly was, "Ooh, let me go live and throw crap at Deets and Nunya specifically throughout the," like,
It
"Oh, they did this
backfired.
to Crime Sleuth and did that to Crime Sleuth," and thank goodness you do have a couple people who knew what was up and corrected that portion of it. But you just wanna throw something out there like, "Ooh, I know this little tidbit about Stacey Slay, let me throw that in there."
I mean, that live started saying that we did something we did not do last night.
Mhm.
And
Absolutely.
I mean, your live was already over from today. So if you had any questions, or I don't understand. I don't understand those accusations. I mean, they're all over there fighting right now with her. She's on panel and they're fighting with her right now. Why is that different?
Well, it's not. And to be real, there's been many of times that people have been ganged up on
I've
Mhm.
seen
over
you
there.
ganged up on,
Yeah.
Johnson.
Yeah, myself, but there's other people like Constant Sue, Easy E, there's several people
To
that's
be
been ganged
fair,
up on.
I figured that people knew what they were signing up for when they went up, right? And not in a bad way, but
Yeah.
that that's
Yep.
possible that that's going to happen. And you want to tell your side of the story, then do it. But for people to say you're not telling the truth, I am looking at here is proof that you're not telling the truth, and to still sit there and say that I'm twisting it or that someone else is twisting it
Mhm.
when we're looking at you're trying to convince us that not to believe our eyes. That's insane.
It works too, though.
I know. I know it
And
does. That's
Pearl?
why Jody Sue has anybody in her chat.
Mhm.
Ugh. And
She's
Pearl,
been
I agree
proven to
with
be a
you.
liar repeatedly. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I agree with you. But they would have to know what incredulity would mean before they can make that claim or understand. Just saying.
It's true.
I stay out of all
Yeah.
things Summerwells. And that's so fucking crazy. That's why this is sad. That's what
Oh, I
breaks
thought
our
it was
heart.
so fucking. Oh my God.
It's so fucking crazy.
I thought they owned like a sofa. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I love your name
I
though. That's
love
pretty
it.
awesome.
I know. And that's what makes us sad though, is because it has become so much online that a lot of people, a lot of good creators won't even talk about her case, won't share her story, so on and so forth.
Well, going forward, because of this, I won't deal with any more cases with children involved or cases that doesn't have, a trial, that they've arrested someone. It's just too much. Absolutely too much. And it doesn't help you. And you can't help the victims. You can't.
Mm-mm. Yeah, she gave us all Earth. She truly did. When I got down off of here, I told everyone, I'm like, I got a headache. I'm laying down, and then the clips started pouring in, and I'm like, yeah, I don't care. I got a headache from all that. I'm gonna keep laying down. But then the accusations got stronger and stronger, and they're hurting people I do care about, and so I'm like, okay, let's address it, debunk it.
Neighbor, and they did all this stuff.
There
Now
you go.
went down. During remember the chasing where she went down there for the
Yeah.
anniversary? Okay. So her was it Krama Mama?
Yeah.
And Dietz was there. And they all went on a little drive.
Gavel
Right?
geeks.
Wait, hang on.
They all
Gavel
went on a
geeks.
little drive,
Yeah.
right? And they harassed the neighbor, and they did all this stuff, right?
So Deets, Gavel Geeks, and Chasing Truth went down to Tennessee on the anniversary, and we went on a little drive, and we harassed the neighbor.
Good lord.
Yeah, that's what was said. I've never actually
Didn't
heard that
happen.
before.
Here we go again.
That was the first time
Did
I've even heard that.
nope. Didn't happen.
Didn't
Yep.
even
So
drive
let's
by
just let's
anywhere
do
near
what
her.
we've critiqued and
Mhm.
break it down very clearly.
Yeah.
That never happened. There's there's no proof of that ever happening. There are no streams where we ever discussed going by Jody Sue's house. As far as I know, there was
'Cause we
one
didn't.
YouTuber who ever went by. Exactly. But there was one YouTuber who did that and honked the horn or something. We
And that was a different
never did that.
totally different time. That was even we
Different
weren't
time.
even there
Agree.
when that happened.
Everybody
Also,
Nor
knows.
are we
I'll
close
just
enough.
say, I'm just gonna say, everybody knows Ziggy's the one who drove by and honked the horn while
yes, I didn't
Tiffany
want to say, but yes.
and yeah, Jody Sue was on Tiffany's live and she did that. But
And I like Ziggy just fine, but I've never
yeah,
been
there's no
anywhere with
issues
her.
there.
I met
I've never
her at the
been
first
there.
Summer's Day because she came up there. She wasn't part of it. She came down there to go to the different events, right? That were the things that were occurring that day. And I met her there. So
And
that has nothing to
I have never been to Jody Sue's. I have been to Tennessee, but guess
me either.
what? I didn't go. I was not there at the time that Chasing Truth and Krama Mama, not Gavel Gigs, had the encounter with the man on the road on 110.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so
wasn't
let's
there.
get that part straight.
Mhm.
Jenny was not in the truck. It was a truck. There's no SUV.
Correct.
It was myself and Adrian. 2 people were in the back. We've already discussed those were locals. They're our friends. They're locals. We were on Ben Hill Road at the Wells house, not at Jody
Yeah,
Sue's.
fair.
Jody Sue does not live on Ben Hill Road. What? So I think those 2 little stories got confused where they're saying that we went down there and had all this fun and acted like we were scared. Well, she gets to that, but I'm skipping ahead a little. That I acted like I was so scared, and actually I didn't. I never said any of that. Period. And people were upset that I didn't act like I was scared. They were criticizing me, making fun of me, saying that I was hunting people and that I wasn't scared. It was scary driving on that road. He wasn't who I was afraid of, but I was afraid that he was going to make us drive off the road. None of that has anything to do with Stacy Slay. None of that has anything to do with Jody Sue Brown. It's 2 totally different things that people are now combining together. We've been to Tennessee many times, not Deets. Deets has not been many times.
One time.
Yeah, I don't know why people are getting this so confused.
June 15th, 2023 is the only time Deeds has been to Tennessee. And
This
I
is
did not go
deja
down
vu.
there as Deeds. I went down there as Stephanie. I attended as myself. It was not anything I talked about on my channel. It was not, I didn't,
Because it's not content.
nothing was, no, it was not content.
So
But
ridiculous.
So
it
when we
wasn't that long ago we were just going over this exact
That's
same
what she
story.
right. Shambles said, "Did
yeah,
Jason just explain this all over there a month ago?" And
This
then
is
a
what my
month
stream was
prior.
about that was in such chaos.
Yeah.
okay. So we intentionally did not tell anyone that we were going down there
No.
in November.
The time they went down
And yes, I mean, and me and Tracy.
there.
So
Mhm.
I don't want anybody to confuse that. Tracy, I invited Tracy to come. She came at the last minute. It
Very
wasn't like long planned or anything like that. There was a whole thing with Benny and Tiffany saying that Benny got cut out of the trip. I had nothing to do with any of that. I did not
for me.
organize the trip. I did not
People
invite
thought
anyone.
he was cut out because of me, that I didn't want him there, and that is absolutely untrue.
None of that's true. He feels that way, and that's fine, right? I
Yeah, I
don't
would have liked to meet Benny at
I
that
don't
time.
talk about him.
No,
He doesn't talk about me. I'm happy with. I'm fine with that. He feels like it was our fault. It wasn't. I can't do anything to change that, but it had nothing to do with us. So we did not stream when we were down there. We did not talk to people back on YouTube when we were down there. We have never put out anything that we did while we were down there. We just tried to explain the rumors that got started. That's it.
that's it. And that
That's
was one
it.
trip. So that's one trip.
That was November of 2022.
Right. That was November of 2022, the golden ticket, which was not a golden ticket. But anyway,
It wasn't. I don't even understand what that means.
I never stepped foot on her property except for
It's
the
not
bar.
her property.
Well, you know what I mean, but that property across from the wells that belongs to Andy's family,
Right.
you know, she thinks that we all went up there, that we were trying to do something crazy. None of these things happened.
Nope.
Nothing happened. I don't understand why she continues to. I don't even care about her. The other people who continue to take bits and pieces of conversations or live streams and then make them into something that never happened, and now tried to mix them in with a fake Fed who was here in the beginning of Summer's case, who we think is now deceased, who's
And
also Deets, who's also like
but
in
I
Kanika's
wasn't even
case. Come on.
I
Jeez.
wasn't even around during that time.
No, I
I was
I wasn't.
watching, I was watching videos and stuff, but I was not. I didn't
create.
know anybody. I didn't talk much in chats. I was just watching, and I
What do you mean?
watched it with my
You and I haven't known
friends.
each other for years and
No,
done this in other
no,
cases? Are you sure?
no. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure
How
I'd
did
know. Yeah, I think I'd remember you.
you were in my chat as the involuntary polymath? I'd never heard of Gabby.
There's no
Um,
thee on there.
I remember when I ended up meeting you like in a chat, like us
Mhm.
meeting, and I'm like, wait, you're the math lady. Like we didn't know each other. That's genuine
Mm-mm.
shit that happened. I didn't know her. I wasn't part of a Discord. We weren't ever in Facebook groups together. I didn't know Deets. I didn't know Mama Steph at all. None of these things
I
are
actually,
accurate.
yeah, I didn't even go into her channel.
No,
Yeah.
she
Tracy.
found me boring. She was
I
like, no,
did.
don't her.
I said
Um,
that too.
Yeah.
and I, on the other
Right.
hand,
Loves me
Tracy
so
was
much.
Tracy was one of the few channels that I ended up watching at all about
Yeah.
this case because of how bad everything else was. So I really liked Tracy. So I was kind of fangirling when I met her. So I have that live.
Yeah.
I can show you when we met
Yep. And then I never met any of them until I went down to
in
Tennessee.
person. Yep.
This maybe
And then we've
this.
talked pretty much every day since.
Yeah.
Did
But
do you have your Stacy Slay video down?
mine?
Yeah.
I don't think I did. Do
It's
I?
on the
don't
Unplugged
see it.
channel.
I thought, but I didn't see it on there either.
I might have
Oh,
taken it down because they were all aggravating me.
Yeah, that's
To me,
so
understandable. I was
here's the
just
thing:
wanted to
we
see when
don't
it was, but go ahead.
we
sure.
don't have anything to do with Stacey Slay, and we don't have anything to do with any of the shit around that. We're, Penny is the one who talked to Stacey Slay.
Yeah.
We were not defending Penny. We
No.
put out exactly what we had.
Yep.
So if they don't believe it, that's fine. That is on them to go out and figure it out for themselves.
Mhm.
But stop spreading rumors. It's ridiculous that we even spent time to do that just because we were constantly being attacked.
I mean, and none of it was anything. Didn't we do it on your channel, Deets?
No, you
No.
you did the very beginning of it, and, so how it came about and I honestly, that I wasn't being attacked or poked at prior to this. No, I absolutely was not. Let's make
Nope,
that
that started
clear.
it.
I honestly, prior to, going up and talking on Chasings about the Stacey Slay situation, never had one single issue with, Tiffany or Benny, not one.
Right.
I never even clipped them in an unfavorable way, either one. And it wasn't until I helped Tracy and she asked me to, because I know a lot of people in various true crime communities on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and I said, "Yeah, I'll help look into it." And so I helped look into it, especially because I wasn't around during that time.
Right.
I wasn't here when everything went down with her and Jody Sue, none of that. I came to YouTube end of October of 21 or beginning of November, I can't remember exactly.
And I
Yeah.
thought it was a genuine, and this might be
Mhm.
stupid now, but I thought it was really like a thing where I said I wasn't around for Stacey Slay. Like, I didn't know about that. And I was called out on that. Like,
Mhm.
well, you're part of this community. You should fucking know about it. Go look into it. And I'm like, I'm not looking into it. And I was told again to look into it. Okay, all right, fine. We'll look into it. But it was going to be like a brief, like, who is she? Let's go get the Discord stuff from Penny. That's all I planned on doing. And then when Deets started talking to people from Twitter and they
Mhm.
told her about her, I was like, oh my God. And because it was much bigger than we thought that it was, because she had been in other communities almost simultaneously. She was in other groups on
Mhm.
Facebook, the same lady. And we ended up meeting one of her best friends online, a lady named Angel, who had all these messages that she sent me. Like, I can't believe any of this. This is, my friend. And we
Right.
started getting suspicious of her because she kept saying that she was working on all these cases, including Summer Wells. And I'm like, well, which cases? And she ended up telling me so much stuff.
She couldn't possibly have been working on all of them.
No,
No.
she couldn't have
And
It
been
was so
for a
obvious.
lot of things
and
that
then the stories didn't line up. I mean, it's all she is not a real federal agent from everything that we can tell. Period. So, but that's not enough. They wanted to connect Penny to that. This
yeah,
woman contacted Penny just like she did the other people in the other communities, and Penny believed her,
she did. Yeah.
and that's
So
it.
she
That's
finds
her mistake.
people in cases, apparently. Like, so she ends up, this is from my understanding, Stacey Slay would get in the Facebook groups of different crime cases, lots of different crime cases. And she would chat it up and create side chats, side groups, like side little things with people who were very interested in the cases. And then they would form friendships. Okay. And they'd talk about the case. And Angel was one of the people who they were in a group about something else. And they started talking about all the different cases. And there were so many. Like, there were so many. And I'm on here right now reading the things that Angel told me. July 21st, 2023, 6:34 p.m. Um, I watched 5 minutes of a video a while ago. Do these people think this Penny girl is Stacy? Wrong, Stacy. And I would FaceTime and watch some channels together with her and laugh. I said, what do you mean? She said, I've seen her face here. And I said, okay, you've seen her. She says, yes, I've seen her face. And she starts sending me stuff. And then I said, like, where is she? We've heard that she's dead. And she sent me in loving memory 1969-2023 Stacy Slay Tollison on her, I guess, on her son's truck, Stacy's son's truck. And I'm like, okay, well, because Angel was doubting that she died. Angel thought maybe Stacy got in over her head or had a mental breakdown or her husband found out like that she was doing all these crazy things because in real life she worked like in an office and she worked doing pageant stuff, like a lot of pageant stuff. She was very involved in her community. So nobody could understand once all of this started coming out, how the fuck and why did she have all of this going on? Like, was she crazy? And that's what I kept asking Angel. Like, did you ever feel like she was crazy? She said, no, never. I never thought this lady was crazy. We talked all the time. I thought she was totally normal. She seemed normal. And the things that she was telling us at first seemed normal. And then they weren't. And Angel started digging, and another friend started digging a little. But this was towards the end of their relationship, I guess. And it just, it's, what a mess. I mean, I asked her 7/27/23, did she ever talk about Jody Sue or Penny? She says, yes, remember I told you she did not like Penny. She stated she thought her and that Scott guy made a fake account on her. We know that that's not true unless one of them are behind Elise Masters. Well, who's Elise Masters? That is a Cash App that Stacy Slay had, and now it's like in a different name or something. I don't know. I'd have to look back on everything, but she said she thought Scott was a crook. And I'm like, okay. She thinks he's a crook.
Wait, Scott H is a crook?
Yeah, Scott H is a crook. Then she
No.
sent me right after that a message about Idaho 4. So that's a little crazy. It says Stacy Slade Tollison, and from where I can read, it says prosecution says there's a confidential internal affairs investigation involving one of the officers related to the case. We'll break it down when I fill in for Dan Abrams at 9 p.m. on News Nation. So this is a Twitter clip that she is sending, right? And then the other person says, if you see it talks about privacy of info. Stacy says, I know it's protected. It just concerns me because it involves credibility and character. Oh, what is that?
Oh, Jenny, I'm gonna mute you. You might have she did that earlier. She disconnected and it went to her laptop, so I muted you, hon.
Okay, so then she says, that is not a good look at all for their credibility and character. We had a murder case go hung jury because the responding officer falsified info. I-8 ended up opening up an investigation and disclosed, but his testimony wasn't worth shit and he was fired from the Montgomery PD. I had a problem with Payne and the handling of the noise complaints the minute we watched them. He doesn't sit well with me. So she's acting like she was in that case. Like she was involved in some way, which she wasn't.
Sorry.
Not involved in any of this stuff. She's just not. But she just does it over and over and over in all these cases. It's very strange. I don't know.
Yeah. And
it started with Suzanne Morphew. I apologize.
Yeah, it started with Suzanne Morphew. Here's one of the messages that in talking to an individual who knew her. And you can see here, they say, what a piece of shit Anthony Greeno is. This is in reference to the Delphi case. And here she talks, we found Kamari's body, and she had been raped, tortured, and sodomized. Her mother trafficked her to a man for money, and she was allowing him to sexually abuse her and make videos. We took him in early on and with the help of the marshals and got her last week. They would not listen to me. This woman did not do this. She claimed Stacey Slay claimed to have been involved in the Delphi case, in Kamari's case, in Michael Vaughn's case, and Quentin Simon's case, like every single one. And once we started piecing a bunch of these messages together, we could see that she obviously, I mean, well, first of all, I'm sorry. The very first thing we read was Penny's Discord, and I'm like, y'all couldn't tell that was a fake fed in like 2 seconds. Actually, Jody Sue could, but I'm like, the rest of you couldn't tell that was a fake vet. All of these things that were being, no, we can't hear you, Tracy. All of these things were being sent to or told to at least 3 or 4 creators that I could find, and possibly more. And none of it's true. None of it's
And I
true.
also went and verified too that the information about Kamari was public
Mm-hmm.
before she sent that message. So it wasn't like, oh my gosh, she's right. How could she be right? But it was very close. So if someone who trusted her or had no reason to think she was lying to them would have believed that she had inside information.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I think my sound went out or something. I don't know what
Yeah, we
happened.
got you now. We hear you now.
Yeah. I was saying it started with the Suzanne Morphew case. Like she got super invested in that
Mm-hmm.
and claimed that she was like some kind of whatever on the
Yeah.
Morphew case. That's where it all started.
And she claimed different things for different cases. On Summer's case, it was what? A card team
Card
member. On the
team.
case, she alleged that her partner was involved and she wasn't, which is weird. And
Yeah.
on another one, it was some kind of advocate. I can't remember what it was called. So it's like different things that she was impersonating. Absolutely. It was bizarre.
Yeah.
The more we found.
Yeah, and then after all of this, all of her people, oh, Quentin Simon. Okay,
Yeah.
here's what she said on that one. Complete and utter disbelief that BJ would say a word to anyone. She is looking at charges as well. Her and her GPA. Gotta go. Jeff is here. Postpartum psychosis. We were forced to confirm. I want to talk to you, blank. Have such anxiety since this weekend. I told you Quentin was gone. I was there, and I have been physically ill. Have not been able to sleep or eat. I see my little James and John when they were 20 months old, and I want to hug my babies. So she she says that he lied, I'm assuming Quentin's dad, but
Mhm.
has agreed to cooperate. You would love the women with GBI, all blondes, just like us. I told them about you. I will take a picture of all of us Monday when I get back. We are going to be working on the prostitution trafficking detail next week. The Buckhalter Road home was a shady business operation. We have gotten tips that Quentin was being SA'd and tormented. None of this is true. Now I'm at the ER. This is October 24th, 2022. She's saying this because of difficulty breathing. I have a bacterial ongoing infection and they are giving me fluids and antibiotics. Doubtful that I can return to Savannah. I was already scheduled to return to ALEA on the 28th to my regular duties. I was asked to participate by GBI in my experience with landfills and searching. It's been a struggle out there. Restricted breathing and heat only exacerbated my health issues, struggling trying to eat. She told Angel that she was searching the landfill for Quentin. She told her that. and she was on a call earlier, and I know the evidence team found something of great significance. Okay.
Here's another
Wow.
screenshot from a chat that a private message is there. So many people and agencies failed these kids, and it infuriates me. We have had 2 large-scale searches, and the task forces and card teams have been looking. They are currently working with Thorn and Trace Labs. Don and Candace have not hung one flyer and have not searched one time.
And that's
I mean,
absolutely untrue.
and these things
It was,
just
and
She
I'm not a
acted like
fan
she
of
was
theirs, but that's
there.
untrue. Yeah,
Yep.
she did. She
She
tried to
acted like she was there the
Everything
whole time. Like the whole time.
Yeah, she was
and
like, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just saying everything that all like these messages that were given to us that we were able to go and then look, and she never shared any information that wasn't either already out there or twisted from some facts that were already out there. It's not like there was anything
No.
groundbreaking or new.
Not that I could find, and some of it was lies. You know, this one, she says October 30th, I have requested to work the Cassie Carly case and feel certain that Harmon and Murray will be good with it. I worked with them a lot on my trafficking cases. Angel says, I've been worried. Is Jason doing the anonymous channel? And she says no, but a detective that was with us in Tennessee is still posting content. I don't feel 100%, but I'm tired of being confined to this hospital bed. Jason was here today for my 2 p.m. visit. Then she says, Leilani did this. It's all her fault. Call when my infusion is done. Danny will be a key witness for the prosecution. Also, DA is currently meeting with the lead detective agents and Jeff. I will keep you posted. November 1st, 2:47 p.m. They are rolling. Angel says, who? She says, FBI. She says, what, arrests on Leilani? And she says, yes, just heard the call on my radio. Hold on. As for Bubba, he tried with Quentin and offered to take custody of him more than once. His dad also offered. Bubba did not know she had Quentin because she took off to Alabama to have him and did not name him as the father. Bubba did not know that he was the little boy's father. The Daily Mail tricked him into that interview. His mother has been sick for some time before her passing. His dad's death is highly suspicious and is being investigated by the GBI and GHP. Please don't share. This is top secret, capital letters. Then she says, it really is top secret. November 14th, aggravated assault causing deaths filed on Sarah Wondra. And Angel says, I saw that. She says, I'm just seeing my messages from Jason. We are in court today for little Cupcake McKinney. So she was also in that case. So now you have Suzanne Morphew, Quentin Simon. She volunteered for Cassie Carly, Summer Wells,
And I'm
Cupcake
the ones
McKinney.
that I'm showing are coming from different individuals than what Tracy is reading off. These came
Yeah,
from
she got
multiple
completely
sources.
different ones from
Mhm.
people I've never even heard of, don't know. They came from Twitter and they look
Mhm.
at other cases I never looked at. So I was shocked when Dietz and I compared notes. I'm like, what the absolute fuck is going on here? What kind of person is this?
And all I did was go and look up what Stacey Slay was doing online, and then it was easy to connect to people and just asked. And there was a couple who were like, "No, I don't want to talk about that." Okay, cool. No problem. I'm not gonna harass people. But then there were a couple that did want to talk about it and talk about her. Now, the big question is that became a hot topic is she truly deceased? We can't say that definitively. We can't come out and say, yep, we know for a fact she is gone. But everything does point to that. I don't know.
I'm going to the end of my messages here with her because
Okay.
like now and again she'll send me stuff and I swore she sent me something about this, but let me see. All right.
Yeah, this here is about Delphi and Quentin Simon, which is bizarre to mix the two. There's one of her secret YouTube names that she had at the time. Working but heard the news. Was this Ricky Allen supplying Sudafed or other antihistamines for the making of meth to KD? And can any connection be made between KD and RA's daughter or the gel crew that were involved with KD? Blah, blah. Working on Savannah on Quentin Simon, because that's what was going on at the time. So this was the giant red flag, obviously. Every case that was big on social media, she was claiming to be working on. Almost
It
everyone.
looks like Bobby, her husband, had posted a series of photos, and on New Year's Eve, it looks like Angel sent it to me. Bobby Tollison 2 hours ago, and it was like pictures of him and Stacy, and then at the very bottom, it looks like a grandchild or a little boy, I don't know, and they're at a grave with like a white headstone and tons of flowers on it. I don't know. And she said, I guess her husband is there. That looks like a burial plot. And that was the last I heard until she was sending me stories on another crazy chick who was in one of those groups for the GBI who was being held without bond because she did something to her son. And that was the last time I heard from her, January 4th of 2024. But it was just, she'll send like news stories like, oh, did you see this? And she's following like the Donna Adelson case. That's it.
Stacy Slade, apparently that's what she told this creator whose messages I'm sharing with now. We're trying to keep their name off of it. She said in that last one I just showed that Not Built to Break was one of her YouTube scream names. See, there's probably a lot of you that were around since the beginning who know something about that.
Yeah,
I don't.
Crazy Cute in Colorado or whatever I said that it was. That was like her Twitter name. She also had it on Facebook. She also used it in Facebook groups. And Angel was like, "Yeah, you should join that Facebook group in Colorado because some of her stuff is still in there." And oh my god, I'm done with this. After we made that video, I was like, I don't even want to ever do this again. This is horrible. Like this lady
It
was
is, and I'm
crazy.
just sitting here like, you guys have read these. We've been through all of this before. If
And it makes you
honestly, if people don't
sad that
believe
somebody
it,
did this.
it does because she's clearly there's some mental illness.
Of course. And
Clearly.
I felt bad for her too. Like I felt bad for her because she seems crazy. Like and she had these like kids and a husband, and to me I felt bad, right? But then I'm like, well, if she
But
reached
you
out
still
and was
did
trying to
this.
get Jody
Yeah.
Sue to tell her stuff, like that's weird. And she didn't just do it to Jody. She was involved in all these other cases. So how many families did she reach out to, or neighbors or friends, alleging that she was like a fucking agent or something? So then I didn't feel bad for her anymore. I did, but I also was like, no, fuck you, because what are you doing, lady? I don't know.
And that's one of the things that I ended up talking with MJ about, because she was exposing the Dot and Kim situation over there, and it's like, oh man. And the connection, there's no connection between them that I'm aware of, but it's the fact that people do this in cases, and it's sick and it's disgusting, but they come into cases and they lie. Look at what Dot did in Idaho 4. Look
Yeah.
at what Kim did in Idaho 4. Look at what is going on right now in the Delphi case. They're getting ready to go to court for a lot of that crap. It's like,
and then you have creators. That's what we were just doing.
who they believe
Or
in.
you guys were doing, who are reaching out to all of these people, making deals, promising money, doing all this weird shit. And it's like, well, this bored lady who had health issues is sitting at home doing it. Maybe she had mental health issues too, but clearly she had physical health issues, Angel said, because she would talk about them. Well,
she was acting like she got them from being in dumps looking for babies, being in the woods all night long searching for summer, and she was cold and freezing and it was raining all night, and now she's sick again. I'm like, what the fuck? You weren't even there.
So Scott wants to know, do you remember her when she came in Summer's case as that name, that Not Built to Break, and she got memberships to every channel and was super chatting like crazy? I don't believe I was around then, so I don't remember it, but
No,
I don't know if
not Built
Tracy
to
is.
Break. No, but I've heard she was in chat as Stacy Slay, I heard. Is that true? I don't even know.
So
And with
here's
super
the
chat
thing.
people? I don't know.
Yes, it's me that we found. I could not find one instance of her taking money. Everything we found was actually the opposite.
giving
Her
money.
money away. Like Scott just said with the super chats and the memberships, and she, gave money to Jody Sue. There, she gave money to what's their names, Cam and Allie, possibly
Yeah.
Z. I'm not for sure. There
And it
was
was
a
her
lot of
husband's money.
creators she was talking to and sending money to.
Yeah. Afterwards, I guess, that's one of the things that Angel did say, is that her husband didn't even know, like, that she was giving out all this money. And then he looked at the accounts or looked into her account or whatever and was like, what the fuck? I mean, she was throwing around money. Clearly, we don't know what she gave Cam and Allie, but they mentioned it on that live stream. So,
yeah.
I mean, for them to go out of their way to mention it, it couldn't have been like $50. It was probably a hell of a lot more than that.
And I'm so tired of talking about this stuff. It has nothing to do with
I'm
us.
tired of being accused of being
Yeah, no,
basically
I know, but you know
like,
what I'm saying. I'm so sick of people just dragging this on and dragging it on, and they've done all kinds of these rumors. Oh, they keep coming up. No, they don't. You keep rehabilitating them, putting life back into them for no
Right.
freaking reason. If you want to know what happened with Stacey Slay, go dig into it yourself.
Well, it says, which creators was Stacy Slay working with? From what I know, she talked to Penny, and Penny invited her into a chat to talk to Jody.
She never spoke to Jody directly.
She spoke through the Jiffy Popcorn lady.
She
Or
didn't.
she was the
She
Jiffy
did
Popcorn lady.
right, but
I
she
don't
did
remember
not
all the
speak
messages.
directly. Okay. She
You
didn't
do
speak
though, right?
directly to Jody. She spoke
Yeah, she was
through
never
Penny.
in. Yeah. Right. I
Penny would
remember
show
when we figured that out. We were like, wait, she wasn't even in fucking Discord with her. Yeah. Now I remember that
right.
part.
So Penny would show Jody the messages, like screenshots of the messages from Jiffy in a Jiffy or whatever that was Stacey Slay. She would
So can we
show them to
really
Jody Sue.
hone in on that, Jenny? Like, can you really put some emphasis, say that shit with your chest? This lady never even spoke to her directly. Like, they never
Right.
even chatted together.
Right.
And
She
so how
sent
could we
her
have faked to be her and then drove by her house faking to be her, and she's deceased allegedly, but Jody never even talked to her, and
Yeah.
at one time wasn't she also allegedly ginger snap? Didn't they say that? And like
supposedly, yeah.
nothing's true.
And it's
Stop
not
making up
Ginger
all
Snap.
these fucking
They keep trying to make it
crazy
a different
things.
person. And it's not any of that is her. There's nothing to I mean, you can think she bought fake what is it? Jody says like a $1.29 for 3 obituaries. You can think that all you want. If you want to know,
I've never
go
even
find
seen an
out.
obituary on her. Never even seen one yet.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, all we've seen is the wait, isn't that an obituary?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll see
Did
if I
we
can
ever
find it.
see it? I know that a lot of the pageant people were posting about it for sure.
Yeah, it's right here.
That stuff, yeah.
I'll put the link in the
Maybe.
back. Pull it up.
I got it right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was in one of these messages.
And we saw this. I mean,
yeah,
Maybe we did. Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. But
Mhm.
that's like a what is that? Like a legacy thing? Legacy
Yep,
or I can't.
it
Mhm.
sure is.
Yep. Okay. I remember that. I remember that now. But the issue was that Angel had called like funeral homes. That's why she was suspicious because I think she was telling the funeral home like, "Oh, I wanted to attend my friend's funeral," and then they had had a private ceremony allegedly. And she's like, "Well, that's suspicious." And I think she felt fucking suspicious because she found out all of this stuff was lies. You know, there was so much that just wasn't true. She even went to people, Angel did, people like on Twitter, like the Coffin Offer lady and others. Who else? Was it Chris McDonough? Chris McDonough refused to talk about it or was like, I'm not going to speak about that. She
That
was
was
trying to
no,
find
that was
out.
Duty Ron. That was Duty Ron.
Duty Ron. Yeah.
Duty Ron.
And yeah, she was trying to like tweet them and message them like,
Mhm.
did you know
Mhm.
her? Did you know she died? Do you have any proof of this? And she was getting really frustrated because it was somebody that she formed a good friendship with. It's like if Jenny and I have a friendship and we talk every day, and then all of a sudden people say, "Oh, she's dead," but I can't go to her funeral because I don't have any details. And then I find out everything in her life is a lie.
Mhm.
Like, she doesn't do the job she says she does. Nothing she's ever said is true. That's how Angel felt. Like, what the fuck? What is this? And her
Right.
other friends felt the same way. And they were
Yep.
like, no, something is wrong here.
Well, they found
But,
out on social media, but
mm-hmm.
Yeah. And if you scroll, oh, okay. But
oh,
at the
sorry.
bottom of that are people who are leaving messages.
Mm-hmm.
Our deepest condolences, blah blah blah. And so if she, and we saw on YouTube as well. I mean, not YouTube. I'm sorry, on Facebook as well. People truly believing that she's dead. So if she's not, she lied to everybody.
And
Yeah,
she's in
if
hiding
she's not,
forever.
she had
I
her
mean, her
brother
friend.
lie about it on I mean, we
Mhm.
found her brother posting about it. I found her son posting about it on
Yeah.
TikTok.
Mhm.
Where else did
Yeah,
we
her
find
son
it?
even put it on his
Mhm.
truck, on a sticker
Yep.
with angel
So
wings. So that
uh,
convinced me. I'm like, she
yeah,
passed.
and everybody else is welcome to feel however they feel about it. But leave us alone.
Yeah.
Like
I
seriously,
mean,
enough's
that's.
enough.
And what I
All
was
I
addressing
did
on my video, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say all I did as it pertains to the Stacey Slay issue was help look this stuff up and contact
Mm-hmm.
a few people asking about it when I saw them either commenting under her posts or her tagging them and stuff. It's so easy. That's how it was knowing how to sleuth, knowing how to dig in and look at things. I have
And what
nothing
I
else
was
to do with
addressing on
Stacey
my
Slay.
my other video that this started coming up again, Jody is alleging that the situation that happened in 2017 in the Kanika Jenkins case out of Chicago is the same as the Stacy Slay situation in the Summer Wells case. Here's the differences. The person who alleged to have special skills, special photography skills, or digital analysis tools, or whatever, that she could uncover things on these photos that we didn't see with the naked eye. We couldn't see these things. So she was manipulating the photos and showing us this stuff and said that she had all this special training and was a crime scene analyst, CIA, whatever, crime scene investigative analysis,
Mhm.
whatever. But she was saying CIA. That's what she was saying. So we're thinking American CIA, like this bitch is CIA. But I never was under the impression that she was CIA working on the Kanika Jenkins case, as in she's boots on the ground working with the police in Chicago. No, of course not. I don't think anybody ever thought that. We never thought that. Additionally, we found out later that the original person who put her on stream never checked her credentials.
They never checked anything, and it was a whole mind fuck once all of this came out. Fast forward to Stacy Slay. She alleged 2 people to the neighbor in Summer's case that she was law enforcement. She was the card team. She had special private information specifically on Summerwell's case because she was on the ground involved in this. That is very fucking serious. What happened in Kanika's case? She mind fucked us. We were like, oh, pay attention to what she's saying because she can see all this and we don't see it. So when she's uncovering these photos and she's doing all of this stuff, she's got a skill that we ain't got because she has all this training. That's very different. If she told us she was in Chicago and these were original crime scene photos that she got from the police in Rosemont, that's equivalent to Stacy Slay, right? That she's really working on the case. She wasn't. She was another person on YouTube, just like us. She's still around to this day, the lady. She does get very upset when it's called out and talked about, and I can understand that, but what happened happened. And I hate to offend her because she gets super upset about everything. But Jody Sue Brown said, this nefarious group right here that you see on your screen, tried to bring this lady from the Kanika case into Summer Wells' case, which is 1,000,000% untrue. That never fucking happened. Nobody tried to bring her in. She is from another country. She has an accent. She is not the same person, and she's much older than Mrs. Slay. So none of that is accurate. So I was addressing that, and I get a post. I'm sorry, just let me finish, Jenny, so I can get it all up before I forget. I made a silly little video saying that Jody's a liar because she is. She is. Every day she mentions one of us in a way that is slanderous, blatantly untruthful. She's making this stuff up. I don't know if she truly believes it or if she's just doing it to have something to talk about. I don't know. She can say I'm a bitch. She hates my voice. I have a big hairline. I don't wear a bra. I'm dirty. I'm nasty. I'm rude. I'm condescending. I don't care about any of that. She's insinuating that on purpose we are trying to harm her and her family, that on purpose we are bringing characters into Summerwell's case to harm the case in some way, to get involved in the actual case, not just as YouTubers chit-chatting, but really bringing people in. She's alleging these things, that they are actually happening. She believes we're trying to get her murdered by her ex, who I have zero communication with. These things are simply not true. And it's at the point now where I'm like, okay, I put up the video and left it like that. Then I get tagged saying, T. Bori already explained this, and I'm not going to lie about Stacy Slay. None of that happened. I never said that T. Bori lied, misconstrued, misunderstood, or miscommunicated. I am saying Jody did. T. Bori was there with me. We were there together, and we were very close. So to use that, first of all, was hurtful. But in any case, I would never call T a liar because she's not a liar. The way it happened in her eyes is the way that it fucking happened. Miss Harmony messed our minds up. She did. And the similarities, sure, they're there, but it is not the same thing. I'm not trying to misconstrue Stacy Slay in any way. 100% it fucking happened. 100% the lady has issues. And that's the end of it. I wasn't in the marathon. I wasn't in the marathon chats. I wasn't part of a fucking marathon. I didn't support the fucking marathon. Whatever she was doing in a Discord, I didn't even have the Discord fucking app at that time. Penny, Fizzle, Ladoodle, whatever the fuck, was never part of any Kanika Jenkins community. Period. End of. She can say whatever she wants to say. I'm telling you, she was not. We were a very small group of people, and I think we would have known. She wasn't a channel creator at all. She didn't hop on any panels. And if she was in the chat, she was not noticed. She wasn't memorable. I can tell you that much. And allegedly, she said she just watched Gray Hughes. Well, if she watched Gray Hughes, that's not part of the Kanika community. Gray was not part of the Kanika community. He was on the outskirts, looking in and making fun of and or debunking everything that the people in the Kanika community were saying. He thought that they were a bunch of conspiracy theorists, weirdos, and just thought everybody was crazy. So she may have been watching him, and I'll give her that. Okay, whatever. She probably was. If you're interested in true crime, you might run across people. Like, that happens. But I didn't know Fizzle then at all. And that's another allegation Jody Sue made. Chasing and Fizzle have known each other for years. Bet. Bet what? You absolute clown. Bet what? Bet nothing. Just stop. None of what you're saying is true. It just isn't. All right, I'm done. Sorry.
No, you're good. And the shit you're throwing out, Queen, by repeating this stuff, saying, "Oh, I want to know about Stacey Slate." No, you don't. All you want is a shit show. All you want is something to throw in my face or to have to argue about. Or, like you said, it sounded like she was spreading a secret. That's what you feel like you're doing. You feel validated by these things, like you somehow have some power with it or something. But you don't, because you don't know what's going on. You don't understand what happened, and you will not take the time to go look into it. End of period. I don't have time to watch hours and hours of live streams. You're not going to listen to this, and you're not going to understand it, and you're going to keep throwing the crap out there.
Well,
But
it's for several
this way the
people.
truth is out here. I know,
And
there's
it's
a lot. I'm just
disrespectful
addressing tonight's
as
crap,
fuck.
but yeah.
Yeah, because it keeps happening. And it isn't just happening. With what happened tonight, Whistledown said, I was trying to get her to admit that they had a ball down there.
What?
Why? Yeah, that's what Whistledown said on the panel, that they were having a good old time driving around and doing all of this stuff. That didn't happen. That didn't happen.
I don't understand where they get these ideas about the stuff, and it was go, I heard. Well, who told you
Mm-hmm.
that?
Mm-hmm.
Can we get to the
and
bottom of this? Can you tell me who told you that?
you've
Because I
got
think I
Jenny,
to.
already know.
it doesn't matter. When you listen to that point, she is told in the video, that the live that's still going on, which I'm sure she's very happy about, because she got exactly what she wanted. But she was told 3 times by her regular panel guests the situation that had happened with Crime Sleuthin', and then it's brought up again. She's like, "What? What happened there?" People like her and other creators like her don't listen when they're told directly to their face. They're not going to take the time to go do the research and have the information, but they're going to be the bitches that scream it the loudest, that stand on it, they're adamant about it, but they're 100% wrong. And they won't show you one shred of proof. They're just going to keep saying it over and over.
Yeah.
Thinking
And
they
that's why
have
you have to
something.
choose to turn it off at some point. But many of us, all of us, have gone on panels, had these discussions, answered every question. Ask me the questions. I'm happy to explain it. My story don't change because it's the same. You don't have to remember it because it happened. That's how it happened, and that's it. Just what else do you want to know? And if my answers aren't enough, then why do you want to ask me questions? Because then I've already answered your question, and then you have the audacity to get up there and be like, well, I heard that this is what they did. Well, you heard that from whom? We were the ones there, and you asked us. Ask us all separately. You're gonna get the same fucking story because it's what happened. I mean, you can't put Deets in a car that Deets wasn't in. You can't put
Or
Jenny
me.
in a car that she was not in. They weren't in the car. Period. You can wish them to be there, but they weren't. We weren't having a party. We were on a fucking pitch black road getting chased by very likely a meth head or something. I mean, what the fuck? Why would we make any of this up? Why would you think that that's a good time? It wasn't.
It was an absolutely miserable time.
Yeah, that whole trip was miserable, if truth be told. It ended up, I mean, the search was perfectly fine. I mean, it was 8.5 miles of
And I was not on the
really
search.
walking, and Jenny was not on the
Deets
search.
was not there. I was not on the
Deets wasn't
search.
even in Tennessee then. She wasn't
But
there.
when people tell these stories, they put us in there like we were there.
Mhm.
Like
And
we're all one person.
and that's not right, first of all. But second, they also put intentions on everything. They
Yeah.
hear from somebody that we did XYZ, and then they put all this intent around it, and it never even happened,
Mm-mm.
right? Uh, Before before I even got home, there were creators that I never ever thought that I would hear some of the crap coming out of their mouth that I heard. And they had absolutely no knowledge of anything that was going on anywhere at any time, and certainly not with me specifically. Have you 2 ever, seen me drink or known of me to be
Mm.
drunk
Mm-mm.
in the time that you've known
Never.
me ever once?
Not even
Well,
one time.
that's the story. I'm a drunk. There's
Which is so
absolutely
weird.
no basis for that, in fact, at all.
Mm-mm.
Um, do you guys know the answer to this? I don't know how they
I
met or
don't
how they
know if I'm
connected.
right, but
An
I
email.
heard, okay, that she had come to like their channel or found their email through their channel and was impressed with their coverage on Summerwell's case. Was it True Crime Commentary at that time or Scott H's? I don't know, but somehow they found Penny's email,
It's true
right?
crime
There
commentary.
you go. That Scott H just said it from an email to True Crime Commentary.
Mhm.
And Penny believed it, but so did so many others, allegedly. I mean, she had a whole group of ladies who were in a private chat on Facebook with her that she would talk to about these cases, and they all believed her. Like, they believed that she really was part of this stuff.
Yeah, and those
And,
people aren't stupid people. I've
oh, they're
seen,
not.
you've shown, the discussions with them, they just trusted, and it's it's
They
not a bad
did
thing.
trust her, and they
I
cared
mean,
for her
it is
very
it can
much.
turn into you getting hurt.
Oh,
Penny's
yeah.
been dragged about this for 2 years now. Scott's been dragged into it, and we have been dragged into it. They didn't have anything to do with it.
Me either.
I don't
I know, Audrey.
absolutely had nothing to do with it. Never once spoke to the woman,
Mm-mm.
typed to her in a chat. I think she was gone before I even came here, but even if she wasn't, no clue. All I did was help a friend do some research. But
Yep.
yeah, keep throwing my
Yes,
name
it's
out there
me.
like I did something.
No, Ellie doesn't talk about cases online, so she was talking in the background, like
Yeah.
trying to keep it very private. Just like she did
Don't
with
tell
the angel
anybody.
lady that I just read. You know, she's like, this is super top secret. I just heard it on the radio.
Mhm.
She
Yep.
acted like she was in an office, okay, where Pruitt was yelling at Ronnie
No,
Lawson
the TBI
or
was.
the
Yeah.
TBI. The TBI was yelling at somebody else in Summer's case, and she heard the whole thing. She told people this, right? So people are like, oh shit, heads are gonna roll. So Penny was using her, from my understanding, as a source. Like she would talk online, but never say where this info came from or whatever. And she would never say it outright. Like she wouldn't say the thing, but all of these conversations were happening in the background. Then Jody, being in a different Discord room, was getting messages from Penny from Stacy. Like Stacy would say XYZ, and then she would tell her that. But I swore at some point they were all put in there together, and then Jody was like, no, bitch. Mm-mm. She didn't trust her. Remember? Because how the fuck did it go? I don't remember, but they were at the very end of it all. And it was only like 8 days total, right? Wasn't it, Jenny? It was like a very short period of time.
Yeah, it was very short. It was like October
Very.
3rd to the 20th. So like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
The whole
it was
thing.
like less than that. Yeah.
So
And
there was another thing too, because she wanted to be able to talk to Jody Sue.
mhm.
She would tell Penny things like they had eyes on Andy and that they
Yes.
were going to pull him over as soon as they had the opportunity and knew he had something on him. She literally was
Yeah.
doing this. And Jody Sue told him, "Oh, well, look for this in the car. This is what he carries this in and this is how he." It was disgusting. So for
Yeah.
Jody Sue to say she never believed it, why was she telling her that then? Because she
Well,
wanted
yeah.
him busted so bad. It's so the whole thing is disgusting. It's full that Discord is full of lies. Absolutely full of lies. Jody Sue saying that they didn't do a good job searching the property and that Churchill Rescue Squad was they didn't do a good job, and it was horrible because she knew that Penny was suspicious of Hawkins County,
Mhm.
right? So Jody
Yep.
targeted Hawkins County. Slay wanted to get to talk to Jody Sue, so she targeted Andy.
Yeah.
It was just such a gross thing, and
It
I've
was
read
bad.
through them multiple times, and I know Penny, and I'm of the opinion she did not know. And
Oh, I don't think
anybody
she
else can
knew.
feel however they want to feel. I don't think she knew at all, and she has suffered greatly through this. So
Yeah, I think she wanted to
She
believe
sent
it.
me one email. I've never spoke with
yeah.
her like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we all are individuals, by the way. When I need to be careful about saying we, because in many cases it does not include Deeps, right? Because we've been down there
Mhm.
when she hasn't. So I need to be more careful about that. But in general, we all three feel different ways about different things, and we have different
Mhm.
ideas, and that's one of the reasons that we love each other so much
Mhm.
and enjoy our time together because we can see different perspectives that we might not have thought of on our own. And
Yeah.
people don't nobody has to agree with me for me to like them. Because what I
Mhm.
just said, like about Penny, these may not feel that way. I don't know.
Right.
But
Yeah.
feel however you want to feel. But to put for the stuff that they've put on all of us for no reason, like I can't even think of a reason. I have nothing against, like personally, against Benny or Tiffany Marie or Jody Sue or anybody else. But why do you
Mm-mm.
feel like you have to do these drag lives and make up
It's
crap about
awful.
us sometimes? I don't understand that. Why?
It's awful.
We all
And
know that Tracy's not part of a P ring. That's the dumbest crap I've
Mhm.
ever heard in my life and harmful.
I think they moved on from that. Now I'm just nasty and I'm stupid and I'm involved in weird stuff. It's like people that you had such a level of understanding and respect for. Like me and Tiffany, we never agreed on Summer, but we both had that respect. You know, she feels how she feels, I feel how I feel, but I always would say the same thing. Like, I really know she cares for Summer. Like, she loves Summer, even though she doesn't know her. And when you feel weird inside, like, why am I so addicted to this case? And then you think, well, because I care about this little girl. And you have to kind of wake yourself up. Like, you don't know this little girl and you're this attached
Right.
to this case. I always felt like, even if I don't agree with what she's saying, I know she cares for her. And now this relationship is degraded to the point that it's very disheartening. It's just so
It is.
fucked up at this point. It really is.
And
It's like, I hate it. I hate it. It's just, it's such a fucking mess, man. I don't know.
I mean, I do. People can say whatever they want. I do have a backbone. I just don't have a desire to constantly defend myself when people just
And
that you're defending
argue.
yourself against. Just say, I don't believe that. I don't believe it. That
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. Or they just make up a whole new fantasy, like Jody Sue does. She says my name, you guys, every single live. I've never done anything to this woman except say she's not telling the truth about this. She's not telling the truth about that. I I don't understand. Just move on.
I mean, and at this point, I don't even, you know, I was, the part I clipped about her, if it affects what's being said about Summer's case, right? And it doesn't. Well, I mean,
Nope.
she's the neighbor, so it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I put a lot of stock into Jody because I'm like, well, she's the neighbor, so if she's talking, then you just never know. But when you're
Yep.
saying things like, we tried to bring in, and then she said there were like multiple fake feds and multiple fake deaths, and then dead creators and a fake Bobo. And I'm guessing she means Bobo the journalist. I don't even know. But I'm like,
Well,
what is all this? Why are you
I can
saying
explain
this
the
if you're
fake
here to
Bobo.
help Summer? Like, if you're here to help Summer, why the fuck are you saying all of this stuff? It's so disrespectful. Just stop,
Well,
because you're not telling the truth.
so the Bobo thing too, because that keeps coming. People don't know what that is, that's they're talking
I
about.
don't
She
know what it
says
is.
a fake Jeff Bobo that Penny created. That's the story that she tells. That is not the case. Penny was live once and she said, I think this is Jeff Bobo. Because she was showing, there was a channel, I think it was called Grassy Creek or something like that. And she was showing it. She goes, I think it's Jeff Bobo. That's it. That's not a fake. We don't know who Grassy Creek is. What?
I've never
But
even
that's
heard
how
that
this
story.
works.
Like,
That's how
what?
this works in her mind. These conspiracy
Wow.
theories and the paranoia and all of this stuff. And I feel sorry for her sometimes, but then she's so fucking mean,
Hmm.
like
Yeah,
full of
that's,
hate and miserable.
yeah. I think I really hoped, like with Jody, that something would eventually like come out, and her, by her saying, due to us, due to this nefarious group and the other Summer Wells creators, her mind can't focus on what happened that day on the 15th because of us. And you know me, I'll always look at everything from both sides. And first, my first reaction is, shut the fuck up, liar. But my second reaction is, wow, what if she really is like that paranoid and she's so focused on us that this is preventing her from remembering something? Like, what if there's something so important that she
But we
can't
can't help
remember
that.
because
We
she's
don't
so
talk about
focused
her.
on us? I know, we
Just,
don't
we
even
don't
go
even talk
live.
about her.
What
And
the
she
fuck?
goes
I
live and
know.
says, all
I
this
know.
crap.
I just feel guilty.
We talked about Karen Reed. I do too, and I understand that. But I've gone through this cycle multiple times where I feel bad
I know.
because at first I wouldn't even cover her because I knew that she was lying. I knew that she,
Yeah.
and not about her life or anything else, specifically about Summer and about June 15th. That is all I care about. She can say whatever
Yeah.
she wants to about Andy. I didn't go find Andy. I didn't go
Mm-mm.
find her sister either. But
Mm-mm.
she claims that I did. I went and called up her family to see who would talk to her. That's bullshit. And I can prove it. So if she's going to make these accusations, if any of these people are going to make these accusations, they need to prove it. And I don't feel any anxiety about saying that because I know it's not true.
Mm-mm.
The worst you're going to
But
find on me is saying I don't like somebody,
if it
making
isn't
fun of somebody.
true and it's not, then they'll look for other things, like saying your husband's abusive, or
Yep.
you're drunk, or
Yep.
whatever, you know? And so then what do you do with that? Because now you're like, okay,
It's a
do we
certain
have to
number of
have a
people who believe
fight
that.
about
Yeah.
this? Like, do we have to argue about this, or can we get back to what we were talking about, which is the case? You know,
Yeah.
but you get so mad, you want to fire back, and you do sometimes, and sometimes you just don't. But then you're just stuck in that fucking limbo where you're like, I don't even know if I want to do this. You know, prior
Mm-hmm.
to Summer's case, I constantly posted about cases. And during Summer's case, constant,
Mm-hmm.
constant, constant. Every missing person, every alert, everything that I could find. I was constantly looking and posting and making short videos and upload. And then you just get to the point where you feel like shit after being in this community for a while. You just feel awful. And you don't want to do anything because everything that you do, you feel like just isn't the right thing. And you're
Right.
just like, fuck it. I don't want to do it anymore. But
And
that
go
sucks
ahead.
too.
It
It just
does.
sucks. The whole thing sucks.
It's okay. So this is the last time that I personally plan to address any of this. I'm tired of it. I'm gonna keep moving forward doing the stuff that I'm doing, and I blocked the channels and the worst people that repeat these things, so I don't have to see them. I don't want to
Yeah,
know
I have
about
so
it.
many people blocked, I
I don't
can't
care
see
about
what
it.
they're saying.
I don't. This is absolutely ridiculous. Trying to pull people down to a level that I've never been on, and I won't be. Not for these people, not for anybody.
Yeah, you do get to that point where you're like sad and just depressed and just
Yeah.
like, fuck this, man. I don't want to do this. And it's something that I used to do all the time. I was live at least 3 times a week, always talking to people in chats, always doing the thing. And I
Mhm.
got to the point where I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I hate this
Yeah.
place. It makes me sad. Like, it makes
Yeah.
Oh,
me
it doesn't make me sad. It just
angry.
makes me extremely ticked off. Like, look, I haven't spoke on you. I don't go into channels to talk about you or do any of this shit. Like, why do you keep going and going, throwing
Hmm.
out shit that's not true, having communications with Benny Keys about my information? It's just this is all so
It's fucked
immature, so
up.
juvenile. But how do you get it to stop? You don't. So here's the proof. Yet fucking again.
Again.
Because I think what makes me the most frustrated is that a person can sit there and say, show receipts, show receipts, show receipts, but then they're the very first people to throw crap out there without a single solitary shred of anything.
Right. Nothing. And I just want to say this too. It is not proof of anything because somebody told you something.
No.
That's not proof that it ever happened, especially when there are people that you don't trust for anything else. That's what Jody Sue does. The stuff that she says is proof is somebody like Crystal's Crime Time telling her something happened that never happened. Somebody she doesn't trust for anything else at all. So I don't understand that. And I'm real fed up and I want to move forward and I'm gonna. And they know it. They also know that it hurts when these things are done to our friends. So they do it to our friends too. Just whatever it takes.
Yeah. I think that they know that we're pretty solid. And you come for one, you're coming for all. And,
Yep.
there's no reason to do that. Like, Deets,
we know personally what Dietz was living with and dealing with, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
we don't ever have to say that because it's nobody's
This
business,
whole mess that it
right?
was she was gone for a while because of Benny and Tiffany, or she was gone for a while because of Queen. That's not true in the least.
No, there was a lot
And she
going
doesn't
on.
owe any explanation for why she left.
No, she doesn't. Um, Everybody knew she was becoming a grandma to the cutest little crouton that ever walked the
Mm-mm.
earth,
So
and
cute.
that's it. Oh my God, he looks just like his auntie, and that's it. Like, stop.
Here's
Let that be what it is.
here's the thing. Everybody has to have a villain in their story to perpetuate the
Mm-hmm.
story, to perpetuate the content and the drama and the bullshit. I'm not the villain in your story. Keep digging, all of you. You're not going to find me doing sneaky, sneaky shit, as you call it. It's just not out there. You're not
Right.
going to find me being a freaking fake federal agent. Didn't happen. If you believe that I am, any one of you, turn that in. Tell them to come look me up. They can come find me. Come look me up and let the actual, because that's like a serious crime. If you believe I am a fake federal agent, stop spreading that shit around and turn it in. What do you want to know about me? I've been extremely transparent about who I am on my channel. Show my
Yep.
face. My husband's been on here. I've doxed myself as you have put
Mm-hmm.
out multiple times. What else do you guys need? I'm not the villain in your fucking story. Find a different one.
There have been times too where I'm like, "Oh, Steph, don't say that. They're going to use it against you." She's like, "I don't care. I mean, it's true.
What?
There's nothing to hide," and she's right. But they will. They'll use whatever they can, and I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why. Just there are other people willing to do that with you.
Mm-hmm.
Willing to do the back and forth. Hang with them.
Mm-hmm.
And do better. Know what you're gonna go and show. Know what you're gonna debunk and what you're gonna talk about. Have
Hmm.
at least a tiny grasp of the information instead of just like, oh, I don't know, but let me throw this out. That's weak fucking bitches right there. That's what that is. Someone who doesn't even take or care to put in the effort into their content. That's weak.
Yeah.
Weak.
And I've got videos in my camera, like so much stuff that's just debunking. It's debunking the garbage that people put out here. There was a video that was put out that was played on Ziggy's the other day from a channel called Slop that used to be D Presents.
Mm-hmm.
And clearly, the first time we heard it, and we played it up here, Deets, that night, um, the first time you hear it, you know it's not real. The layers are wrong. Like the
Mm-hmm.
sound is missing, so someone, and I'm not blaming anybody in particular at all, but someone took sound and put it over a video.
Mm-hmm.
And I have undeniable proof. Like there's no way around it that is not Cotton Simpson on the video, and that video was never put up in that way. Turning
Mm-mm.
something up from 100% sound to 200% sound does not remove the sound of a helicopter
No.
and put in the sound of people talking.
No.
So I'm almost done with that one, but there's tons, right? The stuff that's going on with Fred Hill's stories, the stuff
Yeah.
that's going on with Jody Sue's stories. It needs to be
Hours
out
and
there so that this
Mhm.
stops.
Hours and
But
hours of researching this, though. That's the thing that
yeah,
frustrates me the most. Hours and hours and hours and days and weeks putting in the time and the effort.
yeah, and that's what I was like, oh yay, we're gonna debunk last night.
Because we were going to talk about a lot of that. But
Some
that's
of that,
fine.
yeah, it
I'm
is
pretty
because
laid back and
some good
easy to
stuff
roll
came
with
out
the
of it.
stuff. But I'm just at my limit. At my limit.
Yeah. But because of the garbage, I can't get anything out. I'm like, oh, I can't do that right now because somebody's going to get mad, and then they're going to start dragging me. Because
Mm-hmm.
I like Ziggy, I get along with Ziggy. She is not going to be happy about this, and I put it off
She's
and put it
right.
off.
She's explained it over there, NJ, 3 or 2 times that I know of.
Yeah.
2 times. And on her
Yeah, I
own
mean,
channel.
there's
And now here. So it's like, it doesn't even matter. You can show these people the truth and the facts over and over. They're going to forget within 5 seconds.
yeah,
Some
and
of them, but the
just
ones
look
that
at Deet's
don't.
content that she's had. Just look at it,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then know what
Just
you know
look at
of
it. Would
her
you look
as
at
a
that?
human,
Look
as
at it.
a person that you communicated with. You know
Mhm.
she's solid. Period. She is solid as they come, and she's not going to just make up crazy stuff. Jenny, it's she listens to every syllable. She
That was one
knows when
thing
you're
I
not telling the truth, and she's going
Yes.
to make a video, even if it
Words
sits there
matter.
for 4 years, because
Mhm.
words matter.
Words
I
matter.
mean,
Yeah.
And I want to say this real quick, though. It was said that Nanya and I have lied. What have I lied about? Show one single fucking shred of proof where I have lied about you, Queen Bee. Show one thing.
Well, that's the thing. Nobody asked for proof.
No, nobody
They,
ever asked for proof. Ever.
they just go along with it, and then it becomes like some kind of weird fact. And it's like, do you care if it's true even, or you just want it to be salacious?
Salacious.
Because I see the numbers
salacious.
tonight, and I saw the numbers last night.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This is not salacious.
No,
This
this
is
is
Right?
showing the
facts.
facts and the proof, and it gets a little. I get it's mundane, and a lot of you don't even know this entire situation, which is why some just throw it out of their mouths like they have some knowledge, but
Yep.
it has to be said. I don't know how else to lay it out.
Queen of Kings asked if I still collect stuff from my database. No, I consider it just worthless gossip at this point. Um,
Mhm.
I absolutely still. I mean, I just put something in a few minutes ago. Um,
Mhm.
it's not all. A lot of it is worthless gossip, but if you take the stories from Candace and the stories from Dawn and the stories from Jody Sue, stories from Fred, Laura, Andy, all these people who were around there that day, you can't really prove or disprove any of it. And really quick, unfounded does not mean can't prove or disprove. Unfounded in every dictionary means not based in fact. And I've never said that I didn't believe the scream happened. I said I agreed with law enforcement that it was unfounded. And that's all I said. But and I do
Yeah,
because
I
we
don't
were
think
up
people
there.
understand what that database even is.
Right. And so
You
the
know,
database, there's multiple tables in the database, and different ones have different types of information. But when I go through and so the matrices that we have, I'm doing one for Karen Reed case right now, but it looks at every time that someone has told a particular story, and the only part that I care about, really care about, is from 3:20 for Summer's case is 3:20 p.m. through the time that actions stopped over that night. That's all I care about. So I can focus on that and pull out each piece, right? What was said this time about um, Summer getting out of the car,
so
right?
that we don't
And
go by rumors, because that's
we
important to
see
Jenny,
the
right? I
exact
mean,
differences in the exact words because I don't paraphrase it either. You see the differences in that. Videos, I've got thousands of videos, news clips, news articles in a table that are tagged. And sometimes it's very frustrating because I didn't know to tag something with the tag that I need to look for, right? Because it wasn't about that to begin with. But now it's a rumor. Now people are talking about some kind of rumor that occurred. Like people say that the dogs hit on Jody Sue's feet. I've never heard her say that. She says the dogs stopped at her feet, and it's because she had her dogs with her. You could take it for whatever you want to take it for, but she never said the dogs hit on her feet. And
But
I
that'll
swear
be
I cannot,
repeated probably
I
500 more
cannot,
times this year.
yeah, I cannot find an instance of her saying that she was in the water barefoot. Not one. So if you have it, I would love to know about that. But I think I've got most everything from a certain point forward. Right? There's a lot of Facebook stuff that she removed that I don't have because I wasn't around. Right? And she privated
Of
like
course you
a
were.
whole
You've been
bunch.
following her for years
Well,
before,
that's the news
like,
story. The
'cause
news
that
story
makes
is that
sense.
the news story is that I stalked her from my database before she even knew me.
God.
I watched her videos before she knew who I was. But yeah, so yes, the database is still there. There's a claim from Jody Sue also that a lady named Linda broke my database banks. She says databanks. But that's not true either. We just heard that particular person be untruthful about something else, and so we didn't feel like we could put the stock in the as much stock in what she said as we had previously, because now we know that she has been untruthful about something. Why would we trust her about this, right? That changed the timeline, not the database. It certainly didn't break anything, and I really wish more people. Maybe I should do a video about how databases work. And
Oh,
I'm not
good
being
Lord. You're going to
sarcastic.
make people explode.
I mean, I just the ideas that people have about what this is, and I don't. It
It's not stuff
it
that
baffles me.
fits Jenny's theory.
It has nothing to
See?
do with what I think.
If she believed every single thing Linda said, and because she realized Linda wasn't being truthful, because she believed everything Linda said, she would have left it in there because it fit her narrative, you see. But because it didn't match and it was untruthful, she took it out.
But see, it
It's
was
not about
never.
Jenny's feelings. It's
Yeah,
about
and nothing
info.
is in there as like I believe it, so it's true. Nothing is like that. It is. Can I prove it? Is it a fact? And I also have a weight on why I think something might be true, but that's really for me. That's not. I mean, that doesn't get factored into a matrices or anything like that. So I, I don't know. I just it just gets old. It gets really old. And we've explained this, all three of us. We've explained this over and over. All of us have, not just three of us. All of us have explained ourselves ad nauseum. So I don't anything that is not specifically about summer, I skip through it. And it gets recorded and documented and tagged in case we need to pull it up again. But if it's not about Summer or her case, I don't have time because I don't care. I mean, it sounds horrible, just like we said. Like, I think it was Tia saying she didn't care last night about Crime Sleuth and personal issues. It sounds very cold, and she might care under different circumstances. But when your problems are being used as excuses for things, I don't care anymore. I don't care about her relationship with Andy. Don't. I don't care about her medical issues. Those are her personal issues. But if you listen to her, you'd think that's all we cared about. We spent all of our time. And I begrudge every second I have to spend even documenting that she made a video.
I don't even watch her.
Right?
It is what it is. It's blatantly obvious what all of this was tonight. And I'm just over it. Stop putting my name in there. Stop throwing it out there. Stop throwing other people's names in. You don't even realize what you're doing. Or, tonight was to try to I don't know, bring me and Nunya down a notch, I guess. It kind of backfired, just like when that girl got up and screamed at me, just like when Aileen got up and screamed at me. It clearly is what it is. But what you do not realize that you're also doing is hurting other people that have absolutely nothing to do with this disdain that you have for me. You're throwing Jenny and Chasing. You're throwing Krama Mama, who's not even on YouTube, who is so busy in her real life with some really heavy, important stuff. You're hurting lots of other people that I'm not going to mention by throwing that bullshit out there. And then to sit there and claim, oh, I never said that, when I can clearly prove that you have, just stop. It's ridiculous.
And just really quick, I just took a look to see, and in the beginning of the video that you played earlier, the live that Queen is doing right now, and I've always liked Queen, and I haven't said anything negative about Queen, and I'm not going to right now. Hopefully never, but um, in the very beginning of the video that you played, she was very upset that people had ganged up on Crime Sleuth, and even though she didn't like crime sleuthing, and
Yeah.
that there were 9 people on panel yelling at her.
Yeah.
She had 9 people on her panel with crime sleuthing up there. Many of the same people that were on your panel last night, Deeds. And I listened for just
Look
a
at
minute, and they're
that.
yelling. They were yelling at each other.
Oh, look
What?
at
Come
that.
on.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, honey, honey, honey. And you don't even know anything about the situation. You were accusing Melissa Jade of faking the messages. That's how little you know about it. But you are a piece of work, lady. And I'm not just talking about like content on YouTube. In your soul, you're a piece of work. Wow. All that was to try to take some digs at me and Joneson and Nunya, and it's clear because of the things that you said, calling her Chewy and calling Jones and Sludge Knuckles, like at
But why?
least comment something accurate. Come on, that stream had nothing to do with you. I don't think anyone even said or thought of your name at all. What the
Do
heck?
you know why she feels the way she does about you, Dees? Because I
I
haven't figured it out,
really
and
have no clue. It was a simple, our parting of ways was supposed to be done in private, but she took it to a bunch of people, and then it all came out with Aileen, but I truly have no idea. I don't speak on her, I don't bring her up, I don't go. There are times where I'll hop into a stream of a creator I like and they're talking poorly, and I'll hop right back out just because I don't want to
yeah,
deal with the headache. So I have no clue, but it
and
is
that's
what
where
it
I
is.
am right now. Yeah, and um I don't understand either Whistledown's issue.
Mm-mm.
I don't, but that's okay. She says it's her perspective, even though we can prove that there was no money taken at Summer's Day. We can prove, all of these things that she is putting out in videos against us. Um, if we make a video or if we talk about it, then we're just joining in, right? At that point,
Mhm.
it's just a back and forth, and it's never resolved. Just like we saw with Crime Sleuthing last night, that's never going to be resolved because she will never admit that she was wrong.
I
Jody
don't
Sue will never
understand.
admit that she is wrong.
I don't quite get the thing with Whistledown because the day
I
that
don't either.
Voices was coming at me and coming at Summer's Day and then us in general, I went up on Voices panel prior to Queens and we had a great conversation, me, Voices, and Whistledown.
Mhm.
And I assumed at that point it was resolved. And then it had come up because Queen was playing Whistledown's video, so I went up there and Whistledown came up. And again, a very respectful conversation. So tonight's comment about when I came up here before with her, I was trying to get her to say that they had a good old time. And
Or
The
she's trying to get you
comments that I've
live.
seen, yeah, the comments I've seen her leave about me, really surprising. Really surprising. So I'm like, are you being
That's like
genuine
it's
in
like a
what you're
personal
saying
issue.
to me or no? Because I don't understand. And the other thing was her big thing on Voices when her and Voices talked was that everybody should be communicating, collaborating, talking to each other so that we're not misconstruing other people's words and we're
Yeah.
having open dialogue around these cases. And I'm like, great, I'm all for that. And then all of this, and like these comments that you're leaving under posts and videos, like I can see them. So I don't know what the fuck. It's, I don't know.
I don't
You know
either.
me too, and I'm believing the whole thing. I'm like, yeah, I think we should all communicate and we should all do it. Like, you feel like a fucking dumbass after you, because then you
You trust
see,
people? Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, like total was like, wow, this was great. This was such a good conversation. And you get off, and then something else happens, and you're watching that, and you're seeing the comments being made, and you're seeing the way that the same person you just talked to
Yes.
totally just, it's fucking baffling to me. I don't know.
I just don't. I don't. It seems very personal to me with us as well, and I don't understand that.
Mm-mm.
To say that we were doing things that we did not do, the people who donated for the raffle, which was free, people got a ticket when they came in. Um, she contacted those people, those businesses that donated to say some crap about us. And
Who did?
what she would whistle down. She's bragged about it, and it's not right because what she's saying is not accurate. There was no money or
No.
what I don't even know what else you would barter with. There's about that we had
Yeah,
food
it's a
there,
community
donated
awareness
food
thing. Yeah,
for
community
children. It is
awareness. There were little kids there.
it's
That's
not
why
a
they had
vigil.
like door prizes. If it was because little kids were there. Did you
And
they
let me just
had
say too,
pamphlets
we
and
were
education teaching children and how to be
mhm,
safe and teaching their parents what to do if something like what happened to Summer Wells was to occur in their life.
mhm.
Nobody's going to come
Or
out to sit there and hear us fucking lecture, okay? So they
and
came out, and these guys tried to make it welcoming so that they didn't feel like they were being lectured to. It's a very heavy topic when you have to talk to parents and children about what if your kid goes missing,
but the kids should
you
just
know?
stand there and we should all be sad and crying. But there are vigils also on that day for people to attend. It is not a competition. So somebody had
Um,
something at one of the places at the park last year, and in a chat they accused us of trying to take her thing away, take away her. What? Like, we did that the year before, and we had the place booked ahead of time. We sent
right.
people up to her event.
Yeah, I walked by there and
What?
there were
Sent
very few people, and I went back down and said,
sent the
make,
news up
we
there.
sent the news up there. Exactly. We're like, please make sure that you go up there because they're having a whole prayer thing and blah, blah, blah. Like, why are people making it something it wasn't?
I don't
God.
know. That's what I don't understand is that I hear these stories about us or things that we've done or said, and I'm like, where did that even come from? Like, what is
Bullshit.
someone mistaking? And in that case, that's just completely made up.
Just a complete
Completely.
fabrication. Hang on, let me make sure. We've already had one poor bomber. Which, by the way, if people are just listening and not reading the chat, somebody might want
Porn
to let
bomber.
Boston Nick know that someone is using his avatar and name to go around and porn bomb. Is that you, Nunya?
Oh my gosh.
It is me. You can refer
Okay.
to me as Petty LaBelle right this
Nasty.
second, though.
Hello, Petty LaBelle.
Hello, Patty
I had
LaBelle.
to, Nanya, I had to ask earlier who Chewy was because I had no idea. I still
Oh,
don't
girl,
understand
it's
it.
me. Don't let me go get my Chewbacca mask out.
Oh, is that why?
I went.
She
No,
only
that's
wear
not
that
why.
in
She
the
gave me the nickname
bedroom.
first. I don't know why the nickname came about. I have truly no clue. But after she did that, I don't normally cam up. But after she did that, I was like, oh shit, bitch, I'm about to make a joke about this. So I bought me a little Chewbacca mask that roars in the Chewbacca sound, and then cammed up with the Chewbacca mask on and did a whole live stream with it.
Did you cam up on it? I missed
I did.
that.
I
I
did.
must have been
Oh
when I was
man.
out of
Yeah.
town or something. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to go back
Like the
and watch
one
it.
is it like the one that Gray uses, that little clip of that lady
Yeah.
in one? Oh.
Oh, I don't know.
Those are
I
so
never
cute.
seen this.
That is
Yeah,
Oh my
you
awesome.
god.
put it on and like your chin sits on like this little like button. And so like
Mhm.
when you open your mouth to like talk, it like
I've
you know.
seen those. They're so cute.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, so petty moment. I'll give that disclaimer ahead of time. So
Have it.
when you started out this stream and you were playing at the beginning of her stream, she talks about how allowing 7 and 9 people on panel to talk and
Oh,
confront
I
one
just said this.
person is so
Mhm.
dogpiling and it's just bullying. In her title she has, is it debunking or is it bullying, right? And then in her freaking hashtags she has hashtag fake fed, hashtag Stacy Slay. Okay, anyways, ma'am.
Mm,
And then
what?
moving along now, she currently has, I'm going to go along the lines of at least 7 people on panel right now, all of which are all talking and questioning crime sleuthing right now. Bitch, just admit you wanted the content. You got jealous. You got
No,
jealous
no.
Jeez.
because Deets actually got the
Mm.
receipts and because other creators got on a panel and were able to sleuth right then and there and you ain't got that. Just that's
Oh,
all jealousy and it's
if
so
there is
Well, hold on.
gross.
sleuthing happening over there, if there's debunking happening, I can just about bet you it ain't coming from her ass.
Hell
Well,
no. The only
well,
thing she's doing is wait. Don't talk. Wait. What happened with you? And what happened with you? I don't know anything about
Jeez.
this.
Because she doesn't know anything about the whole situation. She couldn't even
Ma'am,
say Steve Gonsalves. Come on.
you know nothing
Come
about nothing. Now,
on.
mind you, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know shit. I didn't know most of what I learned last night.
Yeah,
But
you were
I
just
wasn't up
inserting
here
yourself,
running
right?
a whole panel acting like I knew everything about everything either.
so
I
I,
can't
I
even
was just
imagine.
I
Sorry.
was just telling him about that. She actually did have 9 people on panel. Um, and I'm not trying to be crappy. This is just not fair.
And they're
Um,
dogpiling, literally. That's what Kim said.
it is half of the people up there, more than half at this point, are the same people that were on your panel last night
Mhm.
because it is the same issue. They are talking about the same thing.
Maybe if you were
But
confused about what was happening last night, you could have just, came up and said, "Hey, explain this portion." But no, you're making it very obvious what you wanted.
she
Man.
just wanted the content. And here's the thing. And now, mind you, I don't do true crime and I don't dive too deep in its a little bit too dark parts of the world for me. But I'm pretty sure there's lots of true crime cases out there that you could go do some research on and have content for days if that's what you chose to do, right?
It's a lot of work.
A
It
lot.
really
Oh.
is.
Mm.
It's like trying to talk about the Karen Reed case, but you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, because if that's
Don't,
what we're gonna
just
start
like we
doing
told
is
Glarer, like, don't even get
Mm.
in this case unless you're willing to read all the documents. Do not.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
mean,
and
Deets
listening
and
to
I
Read.
Yellow
had an
Cottage
Hmm.
amazing.
Tales and
Deets and
Coffin
I had.
Doctor is not listening to the
Mm-mm.
documents. That's not how it
No.
goes.
Yeah,
Go
here's the
ahead.
thing: celebrating one person's RO while downplaying another person's RO. Yeah, that's not where it's at either. If an
I don't
RO
even
was
know what you're
granted
talking
by a
about.
judge, then they're all
Oh,
valid at
yep.
that point.
Yep. Yep.
You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? Like that's not, you just show your bias. Like, come on. The amount of misinformation. Deets and I were talking the other night, and I was just
Mm-mm-mm.
asking, I was like, I keep hearing this stuff, around. And like, do I have it wrong? Because I don't always keep up with all the details of it, all
Wow.
the deets of it. And I'm like, but I go to people who I know will have the answers and who can provide me. Nope. Here, you can watch this video. Here's a, whatever, a news article about this, so that I'm not repeating something that's just completely false. No, no,
No.
not at
So
all.
5 of these 9 people
Burnt toast
were
is
on
up there?
Deets. 5 of these 9
Yeah,
people were on.
girl.
Okay.
Sorry, Jenny. I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry, Jenny.
okay.
Sorry.
But over half of these people were on Deets last night.
I was just
Yeah,
surprised to
and
see
and
burnt toast
I,
up
I just
there.
want to
Does she know
clarify.
about
Burnt
this?
Toast was on there to discuss how it is not okay to falsely strike a channel.
Okay.
Right. Well, that's good. It's
Good.
not.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Yeah,
And
I
she
do.
did say, Deets, that she was asking questions about like what the content was, and as soon as they basically clarified that she struck the whole video, not a timestamp, and they did also get clarity that there was only a 3-hour time span allegedly in between the email she sent you and the time that she struck you. And so they were all saying like the strike was complete bullshit and false, because she didn't give it time
So
to
you
be
went
resolved.
live about a situation that we explained on 2 live. I mean, I know 1 live's down, but we rehashed everything today. Like, what the heck? It's wild. This is
Here's the
wild.
thing though, you say that you couldn't watch a full 10-hour live, which who could? Like, I get it. I
I mean,
watched a
it's
lot
too
of it, but I
much.
didn't
It
even
is.
watch 10 hours. So I get it. But like, you say that you watch parts, but you come out the gate saying everything wrong. And everybody has to correct you. Your chat is correcting, your panel guest correcting. And even after they correct you, you still repeat it wrong yet again.
Mhm.
Like,
But
listen,
it's
true
hella
true crime just may
entertaining.
not be the thing. Just stick with the drama. Sorry. Not sorry.
My dog's having weird dreams. I had to mute. Oh, do you hear that little whimper? Aw. Oh, goodness gracious. But and it's fine if you wanna cover what we discussed and what we went over, or call out Crime Sleuthin' for the same shit we did, that's cool too. I think that's completely fine. But the parts I listened to at the beginning, the parts Nunya told me about, you came out lying about us. You came out
Yeah.
attacking me and Nunya and everyone else. What the hell's that have to do with anything? You thought
Listen,
you thought you had one. You thought, "Oh, they were wrong. These bitches were in the wrong. Let's call them out." What?
Well, if this doesn't go well on her panel and she showed anything of Sleuthin's,
Yeah, good girlfriend.
oh, they did. They absolutely have. They absolutely have.
Mhm.
Like, I've been back and forth, but the other thing to me is like, again, I don't think I'll ever understand it. I don't think I'll ever want to understand it. But like, you start out the gate talking about the glare. Like, it's okay for people to like people who you don't like, or for us to coexist in a space with people you don't like. That's the whole
God, I wish that
issue
people
to
would
start
understand
with.
that.
Like, I don't
Oh,
ever
the
want to
drunk
live.
baby Gap has arrived.
Oh,
That's
thank
all he
God.
is, right?
Man, where was he earlier? I so wanted him to hop up real quick when you were showing the receipts of her saying shit about the Stacy Slay and you being Stacy Slay and whatever. I so wanted him to hop up real quick and go, and another one, like he was doing last night, because it was cracking me up. But he didn't. What a
oh,
disappointment.
Crime Sleuthin just told them she's retracting her pledge because she can't pay it. And they told her that's what they wanted her to do.
Well, that's good. I mean, honestly, I think she should have done that in the first place. Because to me, if you just come out and say, "Look, I can't do it," I don't think anybody would like be like, "Oh my God, how dare you!" Like, no, they'd be like, "Okay, understandable. Things happen. Moving right along." Like, she could have squashed that way back in whatever November when she contacted them.
Well, I mean, it is good, yeah, but
I mean, it's unfortunate that that
it is.
that the help that was needed is a little less, is going to receive a little bit less, but Kendra, I agree.
I wonder if she's going to retract that strike.
No, she ain't gonna retract that strike.
Hell no. Because
Well,
if
they're
she
telling her
retracts that
to, and
video, that
she's
video is
going to
going to
want
go
to
back up
please
chasing.
them.
And she doesn't
Yeah.
want to see. You know what she said is she said, so they were talking about the fair use part of it. And her response was like, everybody knows sharing DMs is just a snaky thing to do. Everybody up here would agree with that. And Melissa told her, like, wait, are we talking about fair use is the problem in the video? Or are we talking about somebody showed your DM and it showed you were lying? Is that the problem?
Oh.
I was like, well, maybe that's what it was. But anywho, all right.
The DMs that disproved her and proved that she was lying, that was the problem, wasn't it? But to me, crime sleuthing isn't even the issue. We went over that for 2 days.
Oh,
It's
good
the
Lord.
other lies spread tonight, the other bits of misinformation, the attacks on people for no freaking reason except for you just want to be a crybaby bitch. That's the only reason I can think of. Your words, not mine.
Well.
Oh, wow.
Can I also say that I must give props to Chasing for being able to read Benny's community post, because I actually tried to read it 3 times before you guys even tried to read it, because I went to it as soon as Jenny said something. And I was like, what the hell does this say?
I speak Benny.
Yeah, you're very fluent.
Hey,
Yeah.
at least I knew. I was like, Jonesing, someone, I ain't doing that.
Well, when it said that I was nasty, though, I didn't like that part. I was like, can I skip this part? No, I guess not.
Oh, jeez Louise.
I
I
used to watch
tried,
Benny
but at the big
constantly.
part,
So.
well, yeah.
It's big.
I think he watched you too, right?
Yeah, we did. We got along really well. I have no clue what happened there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry,
No,
Hey,
we'll never know.
Senator.
But
Hey, Senator.
Yeah, I was having a good night. I think I'm honestly just exhausted, frustrated, and fed up. Like,
What time do you
it's
have
just
to babysit the baby tomorrow?
I know I gotta
Or
babysit him
today?
early, but and I still have to drive over there after this. But my issue, how do I want to word this?
Oh, she's crying that the girl pulled her plate. Oh.
Wow.
Mm-mm-mm. I don't know. This
I'm just
crazy.
saying, it's great. It's great to say, oh, you need to retract this strike. It doesn't negate all the lies spread in the first couple hours of the video. And I would stand on that too as well. If someone falsely struck you, I would say, yeah, they need to retract that. That's wrong. So I do appreciate that. And like I said earlier, I appreciate when, the parts we were playing where I heard Ellie and Voices saying the truth. I truly appreciate that. You think I'm going to get an apology ever for saying, for the crap spread, like, oh, why are you making that up? Why are you spreading that misinformation when I can come here and prove to you with the video of Benny with the clip out of your own mouth, the words coming straight from you. I'm never going to hear like, oh, yep, I was wrong. My bad. No. And that's the crap that goes on day after freaking day.
But
We should be big enough to say sorry. Like, oh, I
would
fucked up. Sorry about that.
would any of us even care about an apology or anything if they just leave us alone?
Right, you're right,
I'd
Jenny. I do
care.
not care. No, I don't. I don't care about an apology, but it would be nice to just stop the fucking lies on me. Just stop them. That would be really nice.
Yeah, Queen of Kings, once upon a time.
Yeah, for me, it's like nobody has to
Well,
say
how
anything.
gangster
Just
are you?
stop.
Sorry, Jenny. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm fine. I was just saying if people would just stop with this, I don't care about anything else. Just, I mean, I care about other things, but I'm saying as far as like apologies stuff like that, I don't care. I don't.
I mean, none of this is going to get resolved between
No.
You know, the people who think I'm nasty or think Jenny's this or think Deets is that. I mean, it's not going to get resolved, but we can all move along. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just move
Yeah.
along.
You're right.
My
I am
locker,
not
my locker's not by
asking.
your locker anymore, right?
Exactly. It's
Just leave me
that
alone.
simple. I'm not asking for a resolution. There's nothing in that direction at all. It's just quit lying about me. Just quit spreading the misinformation. Quit plotting and scheming behind the scenes with people to I don't know what with my information. People quit seeking out my information. My docs is out there. Who I am is out there. If you truly want to know, just come to me yourself. Hop on the link and ask me.
I mean, I
Something
always have
tells
my
me they'd be
camera on. I showed y'all
disappointed.
my life, and look what I got for that. People recording me saying my husband's abusive. So there's that.
All three of these women up here know who I really am. They know so many aspects of my life. It's pretty freaking mundane. There's nothing nefarious, but there's nothing over the top either. So I don't understand what the deal is. I truly don't.
Unless
wonder how.
dogs, fish, and candle are exciting, my life is boring as shit. So
Well, somebody said you have rats. Is that true?
I do. I got
Oh my
5
god, we're
of
not
them.
talking about those mother clucking
Like
rats, I
pet?
swear.
Okay. All
I
right.
have 5 of them. I have one on me right this minute as I'm
Uh,
laying down.
Oh my God, just crawling all over you?
Oh my
Yeah, well, she's up underneath my hair in the back, but her name
I
is
can't.
Oh
Pepper.
my gosh, she's nesting in your hair?
She is. She is.
Please, please.
Okay.
Jesus, take me home now. Take me
Yeah, I'm
home
suddenly
now.
very itchy.
No.
Okay.
No, they're the best, and they're so smart. She's the smartest. If I leave her cage open, she'll climb to the top and then pop her ass over onto my bed. That's why I can't leave it open.
Until she's eating your eyeballs in the middle of the night.
No, don't do that. I don't know
Spreading
if they're supposed
diseases
to
and
be.
all that. I
It's the
can't.
first thing my daughter does when she wakes up is come in and get Pepper and Carlin and takes them into her room. First thing she does in the morning. Your
Mm.
son has 2 rats. HC. There you go. I have 5 females, and we have a huge cage in our bedroom.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, the rat cage is in our bedroom.
Oh gosh.
That was Scott's idea. Don't ask me. He's like, put him in the bedroom. He loves them too, so they're very, very sweet. And they're
Mm.
very clean pets. Very,
Do you show them? I've
they
never
clean
seen them in one
themselves.
of your lives.
I'll turn my camera on right now. I'll show you. Hold on.
Don't show me the one in your. Are you gonna show me the one on your neck?
No. Oh, I'll show you them in their cage.
Oh, okay.
Well, their cage is
Deets, close your
very
eyes. I'm sorry,
fancy.
we're
Yeah,
we're
I'm
off
not
topic.
looking. I'm not looking.
Okay.
Hold on, let me
Just
turn
keep
it
watching
around.
the chat.
How do I turn it around on here? I don't even know. Hold on.
It's in the more.
Oh, hold on. Look at my stream this to your audience. No, 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 no.
Settings.
Why are
Oh,
you
wait.
messing with me?
Sorry, you need me. Oh no, she
Camera.
got it. I'm like, I can't. I'm not looking at those
What
dang
does it
rats.
say? Back. Triple camera. Boop. Okay. Now they're covered.
Oh, they have like a whole. Oh,
Look at their
oh.
cage. Their cage is nice. Don't play.
It's like a crib.
It got lights and everything in here. All up inside of
Oh.
here are lights. This is Bean. That's little Beanie.
Oh my
Beanie
god.
Beans. He's a good one. Hi, puppy. Oh, and there she goes. Told you.
Yes, that he's not a puppy. Okay.
Well, and then you've got Sugar right there. That's little Sugar, little
Is
Miss
that the white
Sugar.
one?
Yeah, she's white and tan. She's very sweet too. This
Okay.
is Carly.
Are they all girls?
All girls. You can't have girls and boys, so you'll have 9 million friggin' rats in your house, and you don't want that.
Oh, okay.
And then over there is Miss Laziest of them all. She never. Now, if I go like this, you're about to see. See? She will not.
Oh
She
my gosh,
refuses.
she's like,
So
I
she
don't
just
live
goes
in a crate. She's kind of bougie.
very.
Huh.
See,
Well, thank you for sharing. Wow, she's like, let me get in my bed for the night. Well, that's kind of cute.
she's so cute. She's the sweetest thing ever. Get in
Hey,
there.
Maven. How's it going?
Oh, look, she's trying to jump
Debunkers
out.
and tiny
Stop,
animals.
Pepper.
Hope you're doing good,
They're
babe.
little babies.
I am Illuminati. Don't forget it.
They're cute.
Member
They
of the
are. They are
Hellfire
the
Club.
sweetest things ever.
They're cuter than I thought they
That's
were going to
such
be.
They are.
that's
They're
such a
very,
weird
very good.
thing to accuse somebody of, like in reality, right?
What?
What? Being an
Oh,
The
Illuminati?
Illuminati.
Oh no, that's a
Yeah.
joke on my
Oh,
channel.
yeah.
A long time, like
Oh,
one of my first
I was like,
couple
that's
lives.
weird.
Actually, it was the first live I think where I had memberships. I had been getting a bunch of emails. It was right. Oh, can we correct that real quick? I did see that clip where JLR somehow got Bullhorn Betty to sue Queen Bee because
Oh,
she
he
called
paid the
him
fee.
out. What was that?
He paid the fee
He
for
paid
the
the
lawsuit.
fee because she called him out for doxing me and Jenny. First of all, he didn't do that. He didn't dox me and he didn't dox Jenny. We never claimed that.
No,
In
he
fact, we
didn't.
made it crystal clear in the live that I did on it that it wasn't a dox. It was going real life, that it was digging into personal information and contacting family members. Never once claimed that was a dox at all. But it was after that situation, which I don't know why he would get Betty to file a lawsuit on you because of that, but whatever. But it was after that I got a bunch of crazy emails for a while. Oh my gosh, for a long while. And they were these rants about me being a part of the Illuminati, and they could prove it because of the diamond in my avatar and I don't know how the palm trees were Illuminati because I don't know how that's associated with Illuminati, but all this stuff. So I did a live explaining why the I said diamond, I meant triangle. Why the triangle and palm trees are important to me, and it has nothing to do with Illuminati, but Cash was in there, who's a really cool cat, and he still calls me Illuminati. So that's just a joke if Cash is
Oh, okay.
speaking on it. Yeah.
I was like, what? But well, you never know here, to be
Yeah.
honest.
You
So
don't. You really don't. Yeah, I have an Illuminati. You can't see it when I pop it up, but if you can look on your screen, that's one of the stickers. So that's just crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. You never know what's gonna happen here. But I always love the emails from other creators afterwards saying stuff. The creators that are listening from the bushes, those are the fun ones, but they're not bad ones either. But I find those the most entertaining.
All right. Well,
well,
don't
thank
stay
you
up too
for
late. You have a drive.
Yep, I
I'm
actually need
going
to
to
finish
bed now.
packing up and take my butt uptown.
and thank you
Give
for letting
Crouton a
us.
hug for us.
I will.
Yeah,
I will.
thank you for giving us an opportunity to speak about certain things because it's his last time I'm going to talk about it
For
publicly.
sure. I've had enough of this shit. I have candles to make, motherfuckers.
And
Ain't
I
nobody
love
got
you
time for
guys.
this.
Love you.
Have a good
Love you
night.
Have a
too.
good night.
Have a good
Bye.
night.
Night, y'all.
What a wild weekend. What a wild weekend. I didn't even accomplish the goals that I had set out to accomplish. This is just insane. It's just pure madness. If you want to speak some truths on some things I did, show the proof, speak on it, but stop lying on me. And shame on those who continue to believe it and play into it without a single shred of proof. That's the real problem. That's insane. And if you want to start reviewing each other's content, all right, we can go there. That'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, we'll continue to debunk true crime stuff. Yeah, Kim. Thank you guys. I have no words. This is YouTube, right?